Hello. Hello. There
Everybody.
she is. Purdy as always.
I was going to say, there's our gorgeous sister.
I just went through 14 hours of work. I have not heard it.
Well, it didn't affect you none.
I was going to say, well, dang, girl.
I've been
Seriously, if I
sitting in
look
the
that
office.
good
I've
after
been sitting in
14
the office
hours,
doing paperwork.
man, I can't even look that good after 2 hours of work, huh?
This is not good. See the gray popping back through.
Oh,
Hey, that's okay. They're just our unicorn sprinkle wisdom highlights, honey. That's all. We earned every single one of those.
Oh, I've earned every one of them, that's for sure. Let's see. Let me start at the top. Twinkie, Frugal, Uno, Vata, Debbie, Jen, Debbie. I said Debbie. Honey Bubs, Jenna. Hope you're doing better, girl. Doolittle. I seen that little comment you wrote. I'll get my Twinkie after you. And she'll do it too. Hey, Slim.
I will.
Sean. Oh,
Hi, everyone. Love y'all.
I figure we're just going to yah tonight because I am so wore out. I wanted to do an investigation outside, but it just didn't turn out that way.
Y'all yawn's good.
So how are y'all doing?
Doing okay, I guess. It's been a long day.
Your season's coming up soon, Twinkie.
Yes, I know. I'm so happy about that. And next week it's going to be in the 90s here, so we're starting to get there slowly.
That is so hot.
It is beyond hot. It is Satan's butthole backfiring every time it takes a step. It is so hot.
I've never quite heard it put that way, but okay.
I'll say that tomorrow all day.
Because I got to remember that one.
Satan's butthole.
Yep. They closed the schools today because it was too hot.
And it was 70 something there, Twinkie. It was 70 something degrees there.
They closed school because it was 70 some degrees there?
Yep.
Yeah, but they don't have AC there either. They don't have, most people don't use AC there.
In the schools, there's no AC, and we're just simply not used to very hot temperatures. So
They don't
and
have
they were
AC.
saying all day on TV, on the radio, drink water every I don't know. They were saying
we're always trying to drag Sandra down here to these reunions and stuff. I'm kind of worried because if 70 degrees is very hot to them, I can imagine what 100 degrees is going to do.
Oh, it's gonna kill me. For sure. I won't be able to breathe. That's for sure.
You're having an Aussie spring summer by the sound of it there, sis, because I know Jenna's the same. She's, 31 and feels like 37. Now they give you a feel-like temperature. And, yeah, the feel-like is a lot more accurate, I reckon.
I don't even know how hot it is here.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Slim. Satan's poop shoot. Forgive me.
Yeah, so that never happened in Quebec history, closing a school because it was hot.
That's crazy.
We usually close them for winter storms, but not summer.
Now, we had a school in Wichita Falls, which is probably about 45 minutes from here. Their AC went out, and they brought in them big the barn fans for the kids, and they still went to school.
Wow.
We never got out of school because it was too hot. Never.
Wow, Debbie. My God, you'd be melting, love. Even I melt with that. I don't do well in the 30s. That English blood.
It's 40 there. I guess here it's around.
Now, is that Celsius or is that?
That's Celsius, yeah.
That's Celsius.
Celsius.
So what is 40 degrees Celsius?
It's like 80 something, isn't it?
And see, was comfortable when I was at Twinkies in February that one year.
Yeah.
I was going around with short sleeve shirt on. Twinkie had jacket.
That's 104. 104 Fahrenheit is 40 degrees Celsius.
Oh, well, then, yeah.
Yeah.
We're
that's-
dying. We're cooking. But that happened to me when I went to Dominican Republic. They were all cold and they were saying frio, frio. And I was just perfect.
But Twinkie, she had a jacket and everything on, and we were sitting out back of her work. She's like, "Are you not cold?"
I get cold anything below 70. And
Right.
so it's,
Krista.
yeah. Hi, Krista. Sending you hugs today. Hi, everyone. Love y'all.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris. Hi, everyone.
I feel a little cough coming on. But they got me doing all this paperwork at work. I have to go all the way back from when this line started, which is a year and a half ago. I have to go through every single piece of paperwork and correct it. And then put it in a computer and all this good stuff. And this Asian woman that I'm doing it for, she thinks I should get a whole month's work done within like 2 or 3 days. And it's not possible. And she wanted me to work tomorrow and Thursday. I got to work all weekend. And she wanted me to work Monday and Tuesday. She wanted me to work 10 days straight,
Yeah.
12-hour shifts.
No.
And even when I told her I was not coming in tomorrow or Thursday, when I took her home, she was still trying to talk me into coming in.
Yeah, I don't blame you there.
I'm just tired. I'm wore out.
Well, you got a lot going on mentally and stuff right now, too, and emotionally. So you need to definitely take care of yourself physically.
Yeah, I was going to say, considering everything you're going through, hun, and yeah, working them long hours, no, you need every day off you can get.
I mean,
And
I
all
don't
the vitamins.
a while, but she wants it every day. And like tonight, I worked 2.5 hours over. Yesterday, I had to work Labor Day. We got paid double time and a half. She even had me working over then. One night she had me working from 7 o'clock in the morning. I did not get off until 11:30 that night. I worked
What?
16.5 hours.
That's slavery.
No.
Even sitting down doing paperwork, that's still stressful and it's still hard on your body.
And
Yeah.
I'm starting to get headaches.
Yeah.
And your eyes, you get headaches.
And writer's cramp. And she kept saying, "April, you'll not be here tomorrow." She said, "I'm gonna miss you." I was like, "Yeah, but you will."
You're welcome, Uno.
But she had asked me to take the 2 days, like tomorrow and the next day, because I want to take the grandkids to the fair Thursday. She said, "Can you take 2 days?" She said, "and move them 2 weeks later." No.
She's a workaholic, and so she thinks everybody else needs to be too.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't seen her husband in over 6 months
Yeah.
because he's still in China.
Okay.
Slim, I am thankful for that I have a job. I'm very thankful. But Slim's the one is like, "Tell her no."
You can be thankful for having a job and not work yourself to death.
But to
Yeah,
me,
not be
that's
taken
like-
advantage of because you're a hard worker. That's, yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's what Lainey's first day off was yesterday. And at 12:30, they were calling her because her boss's son had gotten into a car wreck. And so she had to leave and go to work for several hours. And then today she got called in early. And, I said, you're there? Yes, girl.
Yep.
I mean, I don't mind working over and I don't mind helping when I can. But when you're asking me every single day
Yes.
to come in or something, and I'll go and she'll come up to me because I'll take her home because she lives on my way home, and she'll say, "What time you leave today?" I said, "I'm gonna leave." I told her yesterday 8:30. I'll work till 8:30. Well, I end up leaving at 8:45. I told her tonight 8:30. I left at 9:15.
Yeah, it's the only problem when you're a hard worker, hun, and you're the reliable one, and you say yes to things a few times. They'll ask you every single time.
Yeah. Hi, Dustin.
I told her, I said, you need to go home and relax and take a break and just rest. She said, oh no, I take some more work home. Because she doesn't drive, so she's in that apartment the whole time, and somebody picks her up and takes her to work, and then on my days I've been driving her home from work.
You
But
couldn't pay me to do all that again.
Yeah.
Like, there's no money. I used to work like that too, nonstop, and you couldn't pay me enough to do it now. I destroyed myself.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I'm sitting in an air conditioned office, which that's okay. But you get writer's cramp because she was like tonight. She was getting at it. She goes, "You think we could get month of July done in 2 days?" No, not when you got 8 machines and you got 150 papers you got to correct in each machine, and there's 8 machines in each folder. No.
Well, you got to think too. You're sitting there, but your head's leaning down. You're having to write, so your back's leaned over. You know, it's not like you're sitting there prim and proper the whole day. You're leaned over, and that wears your back out so bad, and your neck. Is that Dom? Did he change his name?
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I'm wondering.
I'd say so. Hey, Dom, brother.
Hey,
He said he was
Dustin.
going to have a name
Hi.
If
change.
it's Dom, hello,
Hi,
Dom.
Richie. Hey, Dom.
I know he always has a 13 in it, so.
Yeah,
Hi, Jenny.
Hey, Dom,
it's
bro.
me, Dom. Okay, good.
It is.
Phew, it's not a stranger.
That's
I don't
it.
talk to
Checking no one's trying to be you.
We can't have imposters now.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That scares me.
Mhm.
So, how is your daughter and grandbaby doing?
They're doing pretty good, and all those prayers really worked for them. You can't believe how much. They still don't have another apartment assigned to them, but they're still waiting for that. But donations for clothes, um, food, diapers, milk, they have it all. And where my son in law works, he works for CN. That's a train company here. And they did a GoFundMe page, and they raised a lot of money for them. So they're
That's
good to start on a fresh start. I told my daughter, I said, look, it's giving you the chance to start over on a fresh new
Yeah.
basis, no more debts and stuff like that, you know? So, yeah, and she's at her father's house. I'm very glad he's there. At least he was there, you know? And we're on good terms, really good terms there. So,
That's
no
good.
That's
problem.
great to hear, hun. That's wonderful news.
Oh,
We'll
yes,
keep
I
going.
was so happy. And they were allowed to go and try and recuperate some stuff, pick up some stuff that may be still good. So they were allowed 3 times. So she the first thing she did is she went to the baby's room, but the baby's room floor collapsed. So it was like she's on the first floor, and there's an apartment under her. So it fell in the other apartment.
Oh,
And So she asked the firemen that were there, like checking if everything's okay and everything, if they can save the crib, you know. So what they did is they continue breaking the window and the leftover wall, and they took it out by there for her. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that was good. And one thing that I find it's a real miracle is that um, I have a christening set when I got baptized, like 53 years ago, 54, that my grandpa bought. And everyone, all the kids in the family weared it. Like all the kids younger than me, all the way up to my youngest daughter, wear that for the christening. And it's in mint shape and everything. And she saved that. It was on the top shelf in the closet.
That's
And
amazing.
it
That's
wasn't
wonderful.
even wet or anything.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I never thought about it. She reminded me that it was there, you know. I was just thinking of the new furniture I gave her. I just gave her like 2 weeks before
Oh,
a
no.
new a new couch and a new chair, rocking chair, lazy boy. I just
Yeah.
gave her that. It was brand new, and when the ceiling collapsed, it ripped it all, and it's all soaked. So we couldn't
Dang.
save that, but that was brand new.
Oh no.
Yeah. So her father and me had the same reaction. We would cry all day long for at least a week, and yeah. So yeah, now they're doing a lot better. It's I was scared that she'd do like a depression or some sort of PSD, whatever there. P, PTSD, is it? I think. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
So that's what I was scared that would happen to her. But no, it seems to be going well, and the baby's good too, and so everything's perfect
Well,
for now.
nobody died or anything in the fire, did they?
No, no, well, maybe cats and dogs, but no. Here
Very
they
lucky.
the fire the firemen they try and save the animals even though because a few years ago
That's
there was a big fire here and there was a cat. It was like not breathing, so the fireman took his mask off and put it to the cat. The cat came back, and they were looking for a new home for it, and I took it up. So that cat
wonderful.
was all white, and since it was in the smoke and everything, the tail was yellow of smoke.
Mhm.
He had that yellow tail for at least 2 years.
Wow.
Hey, Eddie and Jen.
Hey.
Hi, everyone coming in.
So yeah, all the prayers that they received, a big thank you because I'm sure the prayers did more than donations.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
That's wonderful news.
Oh yeah, in that picture that I sent you, Amy,
Yeah.
that we see her grandparents in the window of her
Yeah.
room. We see like
Yeah.
a white figures, and it's her grandparents that passed away. I think it was last year or the year before.
Definitely protecting them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so, yeah, that was. I'm there. What? Because I recognized them right away. Like I was with her father for like 16 years, so
Yeah.
uh, I recognized them right away. And she said she couldn't believe it at first, and I showed it to her, and she was freaking out. Yeah, yeah, Debbie saw it.
It's
At
an
the
amazing thing for
I
sure.
didn't
yeah,
have to see it yet.
yeah.
I'll send it to you, Tony.
Yeah, you can forward it. You can show it if you want. I don't have it here on this
me see.
computer.
I'm pretty sure I have it on this phone.
Bigger.
Whoa, hello.
I said it's gonna make you bigger.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Okay. Hopefully you can see it through the glare and stuff like that, but I'm trying to make it big enough without it getting too pixelated.
Yeah. It's too pixelated.
Yeah, it really is.
But it's that bottom
Window.
part, right?
In the window, look there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a
There's-
side view.
There's like
The side view with her face.
yeah. There the father-in-law is right there, and in the second, like there's 3 separations of the window.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So starting from the right, that's the grandpa, and in back,
He's
that's
facing forward, right?
yeah, he's facing forward. You see his hand on the windowsill.
I see it.
Yeah, and her grandma's more in back, but we can
She
tell
looks like
there's
she's looking down.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
she's probably looking at Bianca because it's Bianca that took that photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's her grandparents, and that is her room. So they were like protecting.
My arms are getting tired.
They were protecting them for
I
sure.
feel
For sure, they
like
were
I-
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an awesome picture.
yeah, because Bianca and the baby were sleeping when this happened. So,
I'm just
they-
glad they got out and.
oh yeah, well, that's what I told her to never do, and they don't listen. Eh? She ran out with the baby, her purse and diaper bag. She left the baby to a neighbor, and she ran back in. I said, "You never do that," and I always told them ever since they're small
That's something I'd probably do too.
to go get the cat and the bird.
Yeah, see, I couldn't help myself. I'd have to too, if it's my animals.
Yeah, but I told her that's dangerous going back in.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, Rob. So, Twanky, any news? Any more news on your cousin?
Yes. So we were under the impression that he was talking and stuff like that, but he's not. He is looking around the room, but he still can't verbalize anything. His muscle mass and everything has dropped tremendously, so they think the stroke affected him badly. He's still on the trach now. They don't have him on the vent, but they have him on the trach. And now they're talking about, he lives near Waco, which is about 3 hours south of here. It's between here and San Antonio. And they want to move him to Fort Worth, which is a better hospital, a bigger hospital, but that's still a ways away from his wife, his daughter, and all that. But now they're talking about that he's probably going to end up being in a nursing home. So, because he is a very big man, he's like 6'5", and he's a hefty guy. And so them being able to take care of him at home is probably not going to be able to happen. So depending on what the Fort Worth doctors say and all that, but my aunt is that they're making a big scene, let's just put it that way, over the whole ordeal and stuff. So hopefully something gets done to that hospital.
Which I could understand. You know, you tell the family that he's passed.
Yeah.
It's not.
And it's not just so much that they told the family that was there that he passed. It's there was enough time for them to contact the entire family and let them know that he had passed. And so all of us were heartbroken for hours. And then they come back and say, hey, wait, never mind, he's not dead. So it was, but like he's able to move his eyes, but that so far that's all that he's moving. So until we won't know anything right now.
Hey, Troy.
That's not Troy. That is Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yes, this is Crossover Paranormal Society. That's Jonathan.
I thought it was Troy.
I knew who you thought it was.
Y'all trying to trick me. Update on my mom. She asked them if she could have visitors if they wore masks. The cancer specialist said that he would not recommend it because where her white count was so low to 1, it's only going to raise so much, and then just like that, it could drop right back down.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I don't get to spend Thanksgiving and Christmas with her because her chemo is not over with until January.
Mm.
So she's hanging in there, but I still want to go visit. I've got other family members I could go up there and stay with. Even if I have to visit her through the glass window. But
You
it's
know,
not
that's gonna,
not being able to hug her
yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna kill you not being able to hug her.
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
it's already killing me. 'Cause
I know it is. I know it is.
Do you know anyone that can do the video? Can she do a video call with your hun so you can?
Yeah,
at least see her?
she's got a computer
Okay, cool.
and stuff, but still I can't hug,
I know it's not the same, but
and I don't want to jeopardize anything. I mean, I'm told my mom, I said, I don't want to sound like it's selfish.
Yeah.
But not being able to hug them or give them a kiss,
Yeah.
that's tough.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is, sis. It
I don't
is,
think I
but
can do it either.
yeah, doing the right thing for her, unfortunately, by not so. But I get it. Yeah, it was hard for me to not hug my brother. If it was my mum, yeah, it'd kill me too.
I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about that, Twinkie. You're fine.
No, Michael, she's down yonder.
So everyone, please continue to keep Mama Twinkie and Papa Twinkie in your prayers. They definitely need them right now. And so does Twinkie. Okay, I'm going to run through the prayer list real quick, Twinkie.
It's a good idea, sis.
Yes, go ahead.
You take all the time you need. Like I said, please continue to keep Mama Twinkie and Papa Twinkie in your prayers. Please keep Kayla, Twinkie's daughter, in your prayers. She's also going to be going in Thursday for surgery. She just got released from the hospital again yesterday and is going to have to go in for her surgery on Thursday. So prayers for the surgeons, the hospital staff, and for Kayla.
What'll be the 13th? So next Thursday.
Next Thursday?
Yeah, the 13th.
Okay, next Thursday. Pray for Sandra's family, her dad, Andre, who is in severe health right now, and for her daughter, son-in-law, and the little grandbaby. For April's brother, who is fighting blood clots. For Vodka Vamp and her mom and her brother. For Jody Dean's mom. For Honeybubs, a.k.a. Jenna. For Rochelle G's family. Mama Redneck Susan. Gary W., God knows why. Twinkie's cousin Roy, who just lost everything in a fire as well. And they lost a family home. Linda, who had a PIC line put in. Miss Debbie and her granddaughter. Also her daughter and son-in-law. Prayers for my dad and for Cody. Prayers for my daughter Victoria. She really needs lots of them right now. For Irvin, who is Twinkie's cousin, who has bone cancer. For David Bentley, cancer. For Danny, from Danny's Corner, for continued healing and safe travels, as he is cut loose in New York right now. For Dom, for Sherry and her family. For Slim's friend Bob's family. For Twinkie's cousins Loretta and Carlos, who lost their only daughter in a horrible accident. Charmaine and Aaliyah. Let's see. Barbara and family. Omar and his family. Jesse, health and family. Melissa and Patrick. Donnie and family. Sarah and her daughter, who Sarah just lost her 2-month-old granddaughter last week. For Karen Fox. And for John's mom, who had a stroke. And if anybody else needs any prayers, please send them. And if everyone will keep Krista in your prayers today. She lost somebody very special today. And let's send her all love and hugs. All right, so I'm going to say the prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, please hear our prayers for the sick members in our community and for all those in need. You know what those needs are. Show your mercy as you close wounds, cure illness, and make broken souls whole again. Thank you for the amazing people you in this community who are constantly battling for those around them. Thank you for all the people you have put in our path. We thank you for all that you do and all that you are. In your name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. And can we add Rob to that, sis?
Yes, I've got Rob in my prayers always, but yes, Rob, definitely. Prayers for you and your family, Rob. God knows why.
Good night, Sean. We love you.
Night, Sean. Love you.
So, Vodka, how is your mom?
At the moment, she's doing a bit better, thankfully. She's still got a biopsy and things to go through, which has unfortunately been put off due to falls and ill health and in and out of hospital for other things. So we're still hoping that comes up 14th, I think. We're crossing fingers it's not melanoma at the moment. Doctor's a bit worried that it is. But with everything else, unfortunately, she's just making the most of every good day she's got because she's got a lot of different health issues which complicate each other. So basically, yeah, she's very up and down. 1 week she can be great. Next day she can be hospital case. So at the moment, not too bad. Blood pressure's so-so. Because she's got 3 different varieties of that, and one particular one is very dangerous. But yeah, so she's doing better. Thank you for all the prayers. Every time she's not well and we get more prayers from this wonderful family, she definitely seems to recover quicker. So thank you, everyone. We really do appreciate it. But yeah, so she's just living every day she can. When she's got a good day, she gets out there and does everything she's got to do or tries to. Although 81, lots of health issues, and still trying to get around like she's 50.
That's amazing, though.
You know? So it's exhausting, unfortunately. She keeps pushing herself too much. She's one of them, old school. And I keep telling her, you got to rest more, Mum. You got to. Yeah, no, it drives me nuts, she says, So she doesn't rest as much as she should sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's only because she's just trying to get on and live. But yes, we really appreciate it, guys, because honestly, I swear without the prayers, she wouldn't have recovered as well as she has on and off all this time. So, yeah, thank you.
Well, that's like, we've always been told, if they sit down and just stop doing anything, that's when, like my
Yeah.
dad, even though, he's taking care of mom, he's still always doing something.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Well, we're busy trying to help her get the house up to scratch because, of course, she's been so unwell. So some things, she hasn't been able to get maintenance guys in and this sort of thing. So we've been going over now, as you know, for months, and we're still going, but we'll get there and get it organised just in case she's got to move a bit closer to town. She's thinking, because of her eyes and things, she's got cataracts and stuff. So, and they're slowly getting a bit worse. So she's thinking, might have to move a bit closer to town soon. She's not far out, but in an emergency situation,
Right.
that 20 minutes away from hospital can be a big difference. So,
Exactly.
yeah, so we're getting there, and yeah, she's wearing herself out. I keep telling her, you've got to have a bit of a rest in between, but yeah, she old school, man.
No, Slim, I did not.
You'd be in trouble.
He got that flag yesterday, and he's 2 days now. Have you saluted that flag when you got home from work? I'm not even thinking about a flag when I get home from work.
I saw it. He wrote, I finally got it up. I don't know, as if he had problems putting it up there or something.
We've been wanting a flag for the longest time. I'm glad he finally got it.
And I had a stroke of good luck with the whole supermoon. Well, that's what I'm putting it down to. I said thank you. With the energy, my son does not have to wait till March next year. Now we have an appointment in early October to go up and get his Botox injections to trial those for his migraines.
That's
so
awesome.
I am very thankful because, nothing else has worked. So, we're really hoping it works. But the fact that he was going to have to wait till March next year, can't do that. He's living with chronic cluster migraines, and he's had one now for over 3 months.
I know how those are, and I feel so bad for him.
Because nothing's worked so far. The needles, the meds, everything they've tried, nothing works. And that boy is hanging by a thread,
Mhm.
and I don't want to lose him, which, he's already talked about a few times. So I'm, pinning hopes on this. Something's got to work because, I don't know what we're going to do if it doesn't. So thank you for all the prayers for him too, because I know he was added on the list there as well. And I know you guys have been praying. So thank you. It's helped as well because, as I said, we sort of got that date pushed up, which was great. So
Just like Chris said right there, never go a day without telling the people you care about how you feel. Tomorrow is never promised.
That's right. I love you all.
Me too. I love you all.
I love you too.
yes, you guys don't know how much. Every single one of you here in chat
In
and
the
not
chat
here.
too, not just the
You're
panel.
all, exactly. You're all in my thoughts and prayers every dang day, and in this
Always.
heart. I know something's happened to one of you guys. You need prayers. I cry a lot. You guys don't know, but
Yeah.
I do
Love
too.
you all so much.
Here, my stress level and emotion level has been like a yo-yo.
I feel you.
Yeah, well,
And
hormone issues on top have not been helping me.
Especially the part that I didn't accept though was that they didn't tell me that they inhaled a lot of smoke and they had to go to the hospital in that special room there. They told me after when everything was done. I said, why didn't they tell me as it's going, But I guess they were trying to protect me. I was crying enough, I guess.
That's their job too, is to try to protect us, even though it makes us angry when they hide stuff like that from us. But
Yeah.
we can just be thankful that they're all okay. Um, I do need to add somebody else to that prayer list that I was told this morning, and I did not get it added. But that's for Jenny McGinnis. They have a private matter that they need prayers for, but then they also, she lost her uncle. So please keep them in your prayers.
Also, if you would add Miss Irma, the secretary up at work,
Mm-hmm.
her daughter Elizabeth has MS, and she has a bunch of other issues too. And the doctor, they had an appointment last week, and she told me today that the doctor had made a comment when they start doing, they're gonna, for whatever her issues are, they're gonna start her on chemo.
Mm-hmm.
And they said when they told her that when they already thought that she was going to be a vegetable by now, the doctors did, but she's still walking. She's having a hard time walking them a little bit. But they told her the other day, she said, "You know, when we start chemo, their expectancy is 5 years." She goes, 99% of them don't make it. She said, "My daughter's going to be the 1%." And her daughter's a fighter, and she lives because she has a daughter, and she said she wants to walk her daughter down the aisle.
Mm-hmm.
And her daughter's only, I think, 12 years old now, but she's as smart as she can be.
Yeah,
So if you would keep Elizabeth and Miss Irma in your prayers.
definitely. And I got another one too, as we were talking. Do you know her daughter's name, or do you just want me to put Miss Irma?
Elizabeth.
You said that, but got that message too. Elizabeth. Okay, I got her added. And Loretta Houston wanted to add her friend Jill on here. And she also,
Good night, Dawn.
her friend Jill's in the hospital. She also wants to add her cousin who just found out that she has cancer. So we'll add them as well. Good night, Dawn.
Good night, Dawn.
What is strange is I've never had in my family, nobody has been known to have cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom gets cancer, and then it's like it's totally surrounded me now.
Yeah.
And this is something I never thought I'd have to deal with.
Yeah. That's 100% of the people. They always say this will never happen to me, or this will never happen to my loved one, and that's the hardest pill to swallow. When it does happen, it's because you always thought it never me. And that's the, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to take just when you know somebody that has it, but for it to be somebody that you're that close to and that means that much, it's definitely hard.
And it's never been in my family.
Mm-hmm.
But she did get that test back to see if she was a carrier,
Yeah.
and they all came back negative.
Yeah. You can't really go by any of those because they don't know enough about cancer to even know what causes it. You could have certain mutations in your blood cells or anything else that could cause it. They don't know enough to. So them pre-tests that say, all those women that go in and they say, yes, you're a 90% chance of getting breast cancer, and they'll have their breast completely removed. I've heard of 20, 30-year-olds having their breasts removed because they were told that they had a 90% chance of getting breast cancer in the future. How do they know that? Like, to me, it wouldn't be an issue if I was told I had breast cancer and they said, okay, we need to remove them. That's going to be the only way to save you. Take them. That's less money I got to spend on bras. Sorry, guys. But for them to tell them at 20 and 30 years old, yes, you're going to get it. You can't do that. There's no way you can completely honestly say you're going to get it. I don't understand it. Oh, Krista, but you got to think of it this way, hon. There would be pain in your family if you did die. So, no matter which way you go, there's still going to be some kind of pain.
My big thing I've always said, if I could take their pain, I would take it in a heartbeat so they wouldn't have to.
Mhm.
It's just a lot to deal with.
Yeah. You want to take it all away from them, but you also got to look at it too. How hard would that be on your mom and dad to see you in that position too? I mean, it's so hard to. We all want to take the pain away from anybody. That's a definite. It's hard. To not. Good Lord, I can't even think right now. Good night, Dustin. Sorry.
Mhm.
My mind just went,
We all got quiet.
yeah. Me too, Myers.
Well, a lot of people too. People are going around now. Oh, it's what's in the food. It's what's in the, this, that, and the other. We've all survived on that same food for how long?
Yeah.
Which stuff from like you grow yourself and gardens. It is a lot healthier for you.
Mhm.
But
I was going to say, I actually do agree, to be honest, because honestly, have you ever known the amount and the quantity of processed crap on the shelves in the supermarkets and in takeaways than compared to when we were kids? I mean, when I was a kid, living in the city, there was barely any takeaway, man. I remember when one of ours came to town up there, you know what I mean? Like you were brought up on real food, fruit and veggie, meat, cheese, bread, home cooking. If you had treats and sweets, and it wasn't packaged crap, and the animals weren't fed so many hormones and this and that and the other, and so I do believe there is something to that, because we certainly don't eat like we used to.
Yeah.
And
I think too,
it's great for convenience.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, I think, making us unhealthier on the inside.
Yeah.
prayers for you.
My
Donna
yes,
said
lots of
that
prayers, Donna.
breast cancer is back. She goes for a scan tomorrow.
Yeah. They think it's back, so let's pray it's not, Donna. We're going to be praying hard. I agree to that to an extent, but I've known so many people that live the healthiest of lifestyles, and one female in particular that never smoked a day in her life. She ate all natural foods, went to the gym all the time, and she got lung cancer, and she lasted maybe a year, if that long. And then my aunt, who got pancreatic cancer, never smoked, never drank, beautiful Christian woman, was a teacher, lived a very healthy lifestyle, and she got pancreatic cancer and lasted a month. And
look, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know there's other, the thing is, I think it's genetically disposition too, a bit more than what they realize as well. Well, they know it for some, but others they don't think there's the link and all the rest of it. I think there's a lot of combination of things that go into it, but I certainly think it doesn't help, put it that way, with the younger generations being brought up with it, that the younger generations have more and more cancer as well and all this sort of thing. So I think there's many, many things that influence, unfortunately. But it's not uncommon. See, people always think lung cancer is only for smokers.
Right.
And unfortunately, it's not. You know, it does hit people that have never smoked. And,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, I agree with Debbie, what she just wrote there, that beef and chicken don't taste like it
No,
used.
they do not, and they don't even look like they used to when it looks
Yeah.
rubbery. To me, even just ground hamburger meat tastes horrible to me anymore. It tastes so irony, and it tastes metallic.
oh, see, we don't have that so much that problem here, but I will say that with like fruit and veg, they taste nothing like they used to.
Watermelons, that is a big one. The meat in a watermelon, you know, I used to, it'd be like like you could just push into it. It was like, what is that one stuff called? Never mind. Now it looks like it's just like rubber. It's disgusting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ours isn't so bad, but we find here bananas, apples, all the things that
Mhm.
and strawberries. The biggest difference, you grow a strawberry at home,
Yeah.
and oh my God, that tastes like what strawberries used to taste like. You buy one at the shop. There are all these greenhouse, hothouse, forced grow things that have no flavor anymore. Apples and bananas, things, they're all picked, particularly apples and pears, things like that. They pick them early, so they're not even ripe. So they haven't even started the ripening process half the time here. And they're stored now in big cold vats
Mhm.
because everybody wants to be able to have every fruit and vegetable all year round, like we used to eat seasonally. We don't anymore. Everyone wants access to everything all year round. So there's a big difference, particularly here with fruit and veg, definitely. Our beef and chicken and those ones aren't so bad here. We've sort of had quite a lot of regulatory things that they can't use hormones, they can't use this, they can't use that. So they're not too bad. But fruit and veg, definitely.
Yeah.
I had to go back to being vegan again, plant based, because the beef was giving me stomach aches. As soon as I ate it,
Wow.
I got stomach aches. And
No good.
so I've always been like vegan since I don't know when, but anyways. Um, so I stopped that 2 years ago. And so from 2 years ago to now, the meat taste is not the same. Strawberries, I can't even digest them anymore.
Wow.
That's ridiculous there. And they don't taste anything. And
Yeah. A lot of it's gotten just so bad. There are several things that I have tasted, but I also wonder too, especially the things with the no taste, if Divik had a lot to do with that.
Mm,
Because I've noticed a lot of things that I used to love, I can't stand now. The flavor's different, everything's just different about it. And stuff that I used to not like, I kind of sort of like now because this flavor's not as strong. So I'm wondering if the Divik had anything to do with that.
probably.
I've been watching a lot of these people that can stuff.
Oh yeah, I love watching that stuff.
I do too. And now I've told Slim I want to, because I've just been taking my pot
Mm-hmm.
and putting it in there, putting a towel on the bottom to do some. I want a canner.
Yeah.
This one guy I watch, he's even went and took sausage and eggs and everything else and scrambled eggs and actually canned it in the jar.
Yeah.
Milk.
Milk. They do milk a lot.
He said if your milk's getting ready to go bad and you don't want to throw it away, he cans milk, and when he cans it, it turns into like evaporated milk.
Yeah.
So you have plenty there, and I mean he is ravioli, canned ravioli. You name it, he's canned it. He said if he walks in the store and anything is in a can, he ought to be able to can it himself.
Yeah.
And I like watching it now. I want a can. I'm gonna have to have.
I watch Acre Homestead. That girl is she's so fun to watch. She makes it so interesting. But she meal preps a lot and stuff too. She does a lot of freezer meals and stuff. And she's the one that taught me how to put everything in Ziploc bags and then roll it out flat to where you can
that's
stack
what I
everything
do.
on top of each other. But like she cans everything. Anything you can think of, she cans. She even cans flowers. Like these people, some of these people go to the extreme,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where it's going to be the end of the world and they're going to have to rebuild. But like she even cans flowers and stuff like that and puts it in baby oil or olive oil. And that's supposed to protect them. So whenever you drain them and let them dry out, you can still preserve the seeds and stuff from them. So.
But to me, too, I always take it flat now, like my hamburger meat or whatever.
Mhm.
I will always flatten it out flat.
Yeah.
But also, it's so much faster to be able to defrost.
Yeah, to thaw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a definite.
But when I seen him canning that milk, I thought of Sandra. She could throw the bags away.
And then she pour it into a bag out of the jar.
Yeah, put it in a jar instead.
And then put it in
At
her
least
little.
it'll have a lid.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
jars are so expensive.
Yes, they are, and they went up in price. I find.
I mean,
Everything's going back up.
if
Everything's going back
place
up.
comes, I'm going to Mama's because Mama got a whole room full of just canned food.
Mm-hmm.
I would start.
My mom has wanted to start doing all that stuff, but my mom's got my dad's closet. Y'all have seen me do challenges in his closet. It's a huge walk-in closet, and it is stacked with canned goods, just dry goods, all that kind of stuff. She's already preparing too, but yeah, she wants to get into all that stuff. So I've been letting her watch that one, and then she loves watching the shorts and stuff on YouTube and Facebook and all that with all of them. And we'll sit there and talk about it a lot. We haven't actually started it, but we have talked about it a lot.
And
Well,
Sandra,
here we're lucky in a way because Eric's mom, she used to work in home care for special needs people, and they closed down, unfortunately. But they had like tons and tons of canning of this and that and noodles and all that. She shipped everything here.
Wow.
So I was telling Eric, if ever it's World War III or something, it's the end of the world. Well, we're good. So,
Just need to build yourself an underground.
I have
shelter.
a basement. I have a basement. I just opened the trap door on the floor, and I'm in the basement.
I thought about, you see where them people get them underground bunkers.
Yeah.
Mm,
I have so thought about one of them. They are so expensive.
Mm-hmm. But there's different ways that you can do it now. I mean,
I guess but especially to actually have oxygen.
mm-hmm.
People don't. A lot of preppers actually haven't thought that through
Yeah.
properly. That is a huge thing. And yeah, if it's done right, great. But if it's not done
I
right,
always think about that too. Like they have, like you see some of them, they have like the big pot belly wooden stoves and stuff. Like, where are they going to ventilate this stuff to?
exactly.
Because if you have any ventilation to the outside world, anything that's outside could come through
Mhm.
that. I mean, are they going to have like dig a tunnel to a whole nother area or something where they can ventilate stuff to? Because I don't know. I'm going to, huh?
I was always trying to think, how are they gonna get power down there?
Yeah, see, this is the other thing. You got to have the right generators, the right equipment
Solar
down there.
panels.
Well, see, depending on what happens, you may not be able to rely on solar either. So, yeah, I did watch one, and I wish I had have actually subscribed to his channel, but I came across one, and he actually brought up all of these things that most preppers think they're prepared for. But when he actually talked about it, I was like, oh my gosh. They really have no, they're going to gas themselves. They're going to, you know what I mean? Like they didn't actually think it through as well as they thought they had, you
Yeah.
know? And I thought, wow, this guy is really, really switched on.
I'm gonna pop down, but I'll come back on my phone. We gotta go get Lainey.
Okay.
Be back. Love you.
Yeah, I've always thought about, it'd be pretty cool to have one. But when it's your time to go, it's your time to go.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
There's an old man in Ontario. For the last years of his life, he was making a shelter with old buses, old school buses. He digged
Okay.
them in the ground and everything, so it was all underground. So he passed away a few years ago, and now all the abandoned explorers go explore his buses underground.
Oh, wow. That would be cool, actually, to see.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people said, what do they call them? The containers, tractor trailer containers.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people said that they were going to use those to try to make a bunker. And you can like double them up and then weld them together
Yep.
to make. But still,
Put
like
them longer.
Bunker said, you got to get power down there. You have to have air down there.
Yep.
Yeah. Ventilation. You have to put a ventilation somehow.
Yeah. If I could ever find that channel again, I'll have to share it with you guys because honestly, he blew my mind with how intelligent and how much thought he had put into all of these things. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've seen so many prep channels that think they're prepped. But once he spoke about certain things like your oxygen, ventilation, blah, 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 water, all the rest of it, I was like, wow, they are so not as prepared as they think, and they're going to be cactus in a couple of months sort of thing, some of these ones that think they're prepared. And I was just blown away. If I ever come across him, I'll have to share it with you because he blew my mind with how deep he had thought, and he was something very, quite intellectual and some very clever man. And yeah, what he went into was just way more than any of us have thought about. Way more.
Your phone is possessed, Adam. I just heard something. What was it?
What's it telling you?
What is your phone telling you?
You said hello, hello.
It's trying to. Oh shoot! I hit the wrong button.
Oh, that's not bad. I'd like that. My phone tell me that. Let's go.
Oh, it's telling me I need ice cream.
Yeah,
That
that's what I
sounds
said.
really
I
good.
wish my phone would tell me that. Which
My
flavor?
phone would probably say you're fluffy enough.
Mm.
That's what my phone would tell me. I'm waiting to see his answer. I let Kylie make a ice cream. I mean, a homemade cake the other day. She is very proud of herself. The next morning, that was the first thing she ate was a piece of chocolate cake for breakfast.
Well, I made dessert the other day. What did I do?
Was it
I
your
was like,
brown?
eh?
Was it your brownies?
No, no, no. It was legal, clean, you know?
It was legal.
Yeah, they were. I made pies because I saw in the freezer we had a box of tender flake crust. You have the bottom crust, or you can put both together to make one.
Yeah.
I decided to make two. So I took a box of jello pudding and I made one a banana pie. And then I had a box of lemon pie. So I followed the directions there and I had a lemon pie and a banana pie.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
I've got some bananas in there that you always let them get a lot riper.
Mm.
So I'm getting ready to make some homemade banana nut bread.
Oh, that should be good. That's like too complicated for me. Like what I did, that's the max cooking I could do because the
Sandra,
crust
banana nut bread is not hard.
because the crust was only like 5 or 10 minutes in the oven, so that was okay. But I was watching it because I would have burned it. So, and I
Now,
burnt
I made a
pepperoni
recipe
yesterday.
the other day, and my camera really liked it, and I just tried it. You brown your hamburger meat. Listen now, Sandra, maybe you can make this for Eric because it's
Okay.
really, really easy. You spray your pan, brown you some ground beef, and add whatever seasonings you want in your ground beef. Then you drain it, and you put it in the bottom of your skillet. Then you take I shredded up queso cheese. I shredded it up. You put that all over the top of it. Then you take and um, either get you some flour and water and make like you're gonna make like a bread or whatever. Just
Oh,
flour
really?
and water and just pour it over top of it and bake it in the oven.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty good.
Hmm.
Make your tongue slap your brains out.
That's what my
Hey,
pie did.
Adam,
Hi, ladies.
how are you?
Hello.
I'm not going to show you my face because I'm not trying to give you nightmares today.
Oh,
Oh,
be
you can never
Watch
do
serious.
that face. It's too late.
My
Yeah,
hair
so
looks like a chia pet right now, so I'm going to save everybody.
Your hair always looks good.
Oh, no, it doesn't. How are you guys doing? I know that. Oh, I hope everyone's doing okay. I know we're all going through some stuff lately, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
It's been a rough few weeks,
putting it
especially I
back.
think.
Hey, let me ask you something. When you go to Vegas a lot, right?
I do, yeah.
Did you ever run into the Sister Wives?
Oh my god, I'm obsessed with that show. Do you watch it
I am.
then
I'm
every week?
rewatching it again.
Oh, that fight last night? Are you
I
kidding
haven't got to
me?
watch that part yet.
Or on Sunday when it came out, I was dying. My husband's obsessed with it too. He pretends he doesn't care, but he cares. He's like throwing stuff at the TV. No, I've never run into them, but I do have a lot of mutual friends with them because they, are from where I live originally. They just live down the road. And so I've been following them since the beginning. So but no, I I haven't run into them yet. I would love to. I would love to say hi.
Now I'm up at like season 17 again, right here where it's
Oh
Christine
yeah.
just moved back to Utah.
Uh-huh.
That's where I'm at right now, and I haven't got to watch any of the newer ones yet. But I end up sitting up till even when I have to work and get up at 5:30, I'll sit up till 12, 12:30.
Yeah.
No one in my butt don't need to.
No. You know, the past 2 seasons have felt like I'm just hallucinating because it's all them sitting in lawn chairs just yelling about Christmas, and I'm just like, what's going on? This has been on forever. But that's kind of how the pandemic felt, right? Like we were just in like a nightmare that would never
I'm
end.
sorry, but Cody drives me nuts.
He's the worst. He's the absolute
just
worst.
choke him. Have you ever seen it, Vok or Sandra?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's
Oh, it's a TV show. It's called Sister Wives. It follows a polygamous family that lived just down from where I live here in Utah.
yeah.
And it's been on for 13, 14 years.
It's
Almost.
one man married to
Get
4
it in
women.
10 years.
One man married to 4 women, and he has 18 kids. 3 of
Haven't
them.
they all left him now, or he's down to 1 or something?
Yeah, he's Robin.
Oh yeah, all his
Robin,
wives. Are
Robin.
Oh, look, I've only caught little couple of bits when I realised it was on here for a little. It really didn't do well here, I must say. But I've
Oh.
caught a couple of little snippets here and there, and the one I did see, I'm just like shaking my head, going, I know it's whatever
Well-
floats your boat, but what the, you know.
You know what? Maybe it's because I'm just so used to polygamous living here in Utah. I've had so many friends that are. I've had friends that have escaped polygamy. When I was in high school, we had a girl that was homeless because she had to leave the compound and she lived with us. And so I learned a lot about polygamy. But yeah, one of the girls I work with at the hotel is a polygamist. She actually wears the dresses and the high hair and everything to work still. So it's a very big part of the culture here where I live.
It was
Just like, you know, people with Mennonites and you know, the other ones the Amish people. It's kind of just like a part of the community out here.
But it is so crazy, and I just read today that Cody and Robin are moving out of Flagstaff
Oh, I didn't hear that.
because they said it is so expensive in Flagstaff, so they're wanting to downsize.
Well,
So
yeah,
they're-
she does live in a mansion, so I guess they could.
So they're thinking about moving to Utah.
Oh, well, we don't want them, so they can stay.
And
Don't
you
send
know,
them here.
they said with all the seasons that they've done, was 17, 18 now? Seasons that they've done, they have made over $8 million.
I'm sure they've made a ton, and they've blown through all of it because Cody's a little con artist, and he's always got these little businesses going. And I just want to know what Robin does because she's never worked a day in her life, and she has a
I
nanny.
do know.
Good night.
Good night,
Also,
Una.
I just saw Debbie's comment about the ice cream, and yeah, you're right. That's also why I'm not sharing my face because I'm shoving stuff in it right now. So no big deal.
I came straight home from work, changed my shirt, and came straight in here.
I worked until 8 this morning, so I woke up at like 3 p.m. So I'm just like, I don't even know what time it is or what's going on anymore today. My brain is not working.
But yeah, I've been like watching the show, and
It's a guilty pleasure. I can't help it. I don't know why I enjoy it so much because at the beginning the show was actually really it was kind of sweet the way they were as a family and how the kids seemed like they were really happy.
yeah,
And you know, it's kind of cool to think, you know, you have 4 moms, so you can always run to another if the one isn't giving you the answers you want.
yeah.
But
moms.
slowly over the years, it's just devolved into this kind of horrible, sad sad situation, and everyone just kind of hates each other, and it's no good.
Gary.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm back.
But well, that one, and then I used to watch 18 and Counting.
Oh
does-
yeah, that's a whole other story of nonsense.
Yeah. Now their oldest son's in prison.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just
Yeah.
watched a documentary on them. I never watched the show, so I don't know anything about it, but sounds like the dad's just as insane as Cody. They should just join a club together.
Yeah. It's. Have you watched it, Twanky?
Yep.
But you know apparently the oldest son has messed with some of his sisters, and then they found a bunch of porn on his computer.
Yeah,
You know,
he's in a lot of trouble.
yeah, he's in prison for doing well. Maybe he's in there with a Subway guy.
Oh my gosh, that'd be great. They should be cellmates.
Subway.
Oh my god, did you watch the documentary on the Subway
Yeah.
guy? I didn't even know the story. I didn't even know the whole situation, but it's so much more twisted than I even thought.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't get it. I don't
See,
understand that.
You
The
guys
stuff that is-
TV's a lot better than here.
The what?
Your TV channels or shows and everything are a lot better than here. Here we look at Mo Sargi. He did a TV series, and it's not even available in Canada. And he did it in Canada.
Not available here either on Hulu.
That's so weird how they decide what goes where, just because we have a lot of shows here in America that are only in Canada, or you can get them in
We
Australia.
don't have a lot.
But if y'all haven't watched Omar's Alone,
Oh,
Yeah.
they're so
I
exciting.
started rewatching it again. It is awesome.
That's what I want to do too.
I did see some of those. Those are really good. Yep.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ken.
I can't
Hey,
see the
Gary.
chat. So hi, I did see Gary. So hi, Gary, but I can't figure out how I got the chat to come up a while ago.
Hello.
Hi, Gary.
Hope your wife is doing good, Ken.
Yeah, when Omar goes on for his alone in the house, quiet, everyone, stop moving. This is going on here. So Eric goes outside with the neighbor, and they make a fire, and yeah, this quiet time.
Mhm.
Well, I watched
The
it the
series
first
is
time
epic.
because I'm putting links in for the people
Oh,
that are in
yeah.
it. So then
Mhm.
when Lainey gets off work, me, Mom, and Lainey will watch it again.
Actually, I've been doing that, sis. When I did make the couple of premieres, I was sort of watching chat so much and eyes bouncing. I went and rewatched those episodes.
I don't even look at the chat. I don't even say hi most of the time to people. I just go full.
Yeah,
Full
I see her.
screen
I
and-
see Sandra like one time, and then she'll say
Yeah.
hi, and then you don't see her no more.
Yeah, I'm gone. I'm gone full screen. It's so amazing. I just love it. It's
But he has done
Wow.
a great job on that
mhm.
show.
What's so crappy is YouTube is not sharing it out,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
people are not getting notified of it.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube is just so silly. I mean, that's not the word I want to use, but it's been
Yeah.
a lot to deal with this past
Yeah.
year.
My live
Yeah.
stream Thursday night's going to be all about that, and I'm going to say everything.
Oh,
Mhm.
you should. I hope I can be there to watch it because I'm so over it.
Yeah, even I was tempted to make a little video and just say, look, what is the go YouTube? This is ridiculous, and
Well,
it's
you
not
can-
just
you
small
can come
channels,
be on
it's
the
big
panel
channels.
Thursday night.
It's, like I'm only a supporter mainly, and I've only just started making content, but I've been watching you guys now for a few years, and the lengths you guys have to go to try to get your content out there,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube are only making it more difficult. But that's not
Oh,
the point
yeah.
of the platform, is it?
No.
You know what I mean? why? What the heck is going on?
It's just one hoop after the other, and like I said, I had to quit caring so much about my channel anyway, because if I didn't, I was gonna lose my mind. Just trying to, oh, I gotta remove this, I gotta add this here, I gotta say this, I can't say this. It's just exhausting. I'm exhausted. And it took all the fun out.
But yet, I've come across some content where I'm like, now how is that still up?
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
Laura
How
got
does
all these
that
emails
have
from them.
5,000
Warning.
views. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Laura got warned about her lives.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is
Multiple
stupid.
emails. So she ended up just like, it's too much hassle. We can't be ourselves and have fun. I'm going to forget it.
What did they say about her lives?
Inappropriate content, even though she had 18 plus most of the time. Like, she warned people at the beginning, if you got kids, don't let them watch, all these
Okay.
things she did right.
I was gonna save this for Thursday night, but what was this big, huge ordeal that they made us all go through for the last couple of years, taking kids off of YouTube because it was not a platform for kids?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't
I
get
wasn't
it.
Yet
even a creator.
every single one of my videos is getting demonetized right off the bat, saying it's not made for everyone. It's not meant for your kids. I'm not your
Yeah.
kid's babysitter.
I
What is
set
up with
up
that?
I set up my channel 18 and over.
Yeah, but when you do that, you don't get monetized for that.
And no, not the video, the channel. When I built my channel,
Oh yeah, you made it for 18 and older, yes.
yeah,
But if you put 18 and older as your
on the video,
deal,
no one sees
you
it.
cannot monetize that video.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
ridiculous. They
they
have a
can
double
make money
standard.
off of it, but you can't. That's their whole point. And y'all are going to hear that again Thursday night because I got a lot more to go with it.
Well,
And
course.
there's
They have a
YouTube
double
Kids.
standard.
Yeah.
There's YouTube Kids. That's specifically for kids. There's,
Yeah.
like, how can they make all the channels that are not aimed at kids have the same policies and rules? You know what I mean, too? That it's doing my head in. And the fact that they change them, then they'll go take down all your past videos that might have something in it because the policy's updated. I'm sorry, but the policy should go from that date and should not affect your previous content.
Exactly.
That's the other part.
Exactly.
I can't
I
wrap my head around.
sometimes fall on videos. The screen is all black, and it says this video is not available in your country.
I get that a lot.
I was so mad. I did a video about the filming locations for Napoleon Dynamite, and I spent a good chunk of time making that video. It was like, I want to say the beginning of the year. And they took it off, and they said it's being taken off YouTube because everything was copywritten, every second of the video. And I spent days making sure that it wouldn't be copywritten. Like, I put music over things. When I showed a clip, I put it on in a way that it was not going to be seen through their software. And they took the whole thing down. They said, your video is available only in like Indonesia. And I'm like, who the hell's watching it in Indonesia?
Why?
And then you go on these channels and they're just straight up ripping people's content off and just playing it as theirs and just making fake. Like, what? I don't understand.
That's what I was going to say. I've seen some of the bigger channels. They're using clips here and there from proper big box office movies.
Yeah, and they're getting monetized somehow. So I'm not sure
and it's more than 10 seconds if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Like, how? Why? It doesn't make any sense.
And then they just took down about 10 of my shorts the other day and said that the video I took the shorts from was no longer eligible to be shown. And the shorts are from my own videos. And it's my content. So what are you talking about? I can't share my own stuff? Oh my God, it makes me crazy.
Go down the line and pick whatever reason they want.
It's insane. And I don't know what happened in the past year, but my videos, I used to get, when I'd premiere a video, I would get maybe 100 views and then it would get to 500 or 1,000. I'm lucky if I get 50 views on a video now.
We
By the
used to
way-
get over 1,000 views almost every single video. Now we're lucky to get right at 200, if that.
Oh, I've never
That's
even
why
seen
I
that
And
part.
I'm going to say, Shorts and TikTok have killed YouTube.
They've
They
ruined
have.
it.
Long form videos.
But
Now,
if
we
you
all
put up
talked about
if you
this.
put up a post, and I've asked this several times, which do you prefer? Shorts, 10-minute videos, 20-minute videos, or longer? They all vote for the longer video.
Yes, I love a longer
Where are
video.
Exactly. Well, that's that few of us who love the longer videos. We're still here.
Yeah,
I don't think
But
there's
all those other
anything there.
ones.
I think a lot of people like longer videos. I love travel videos. My husband and I on a Sunday morning we'll make breakfast and we'll watch this one guy who travels with this trailer around the country. And his videos are an hour long and I love it. It's like you're sitting with a friend. Like, I don't know how you can build a rapport in 13, and now the videos are 13 seconds, mind you. They're not even 60 seconds or less. You got to be at like 12, 13 seconds for a video. How dumb are people that they can't pay attention for more than 15 seconds? It makes me crazy.
It's the attention span of a gnat, couple of generations
of
coming
a
through. mate.
goldfish. We say here a goldfish.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know how you can even,
Hi, y'all.
I don't know how.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, that was Laney. Twinkie, my phone's about to die.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Well, we'll miss you if you go.
Yeah,
Don't
for me,
forget
that's
to
why
like
I stopped. That's why I stopped doing premieres and lives.
Mhm.
I wasn't getting views, people in the chat, So I said,
And look, I've got to say, now I made this statement when I was sort of within the first 6 months of being around, and somebody told me I was wrong. But paranormal is saturated.
Yeah.
There are that many paranormal channels on YouTube. Even in the beginning, when I first said it, there were that many. It's hard to get people in because there's so many to choose from out there.
It is.
And I get it. Everybody's interested in it now, which is great. It is getting out there and more talked about and all of that. But of course, then that makes it difficult to find your audience,
mhm.
and it makes life a lot harder, and you've got to work harder to get the views, to get out there. But with YouTube doing everything they're doing, I'm not surprised people are upset and angry and going, well, what's the point in having a channel? Because YouTube are not promoting anyone unless you're one of the mega YouTubers.
Yeah.
Not even.
You've got 20 million subscribers or whatever. Even Omar, his series, the first one did epically, second one did great. The rest, even he's not being pushed out. He's not getting the views. It's not just happening to small, it's happening to some of the bigger ones too. And it's YouTube making it twice as hard than it needs to be. I mean, when this platform was first around, it was great. From what I can gather, there was very little that was, too off limits. But now they're making it so difficult for any channel, even, it doesn't matter what channel you are. To me, anyway, it seems to just be more and more difficult. And so I say, keep making your content if you love making content. We've all got to take a bit of notice of numbers and views and things like that, and we'd like to get them out there more, but do it because you love it. Because YouTube are just making it too hard, for everyone.
It is. That's sorry, go ahead, Sandra. Sorry.
Well, then I was just going to say, then they put these things out there. You've got to get this to be able to get that, this to get that. And then when you get there, all of a sudden they change it again.
Oh,
They're-
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they keep changing the the goal post every time. And so that's why I've been seriously just contemplating changing my channel name completely and just not doing paranormal at all. I mean, because I haven't really been, I'm not as much of an investigator as you guys, as a lot of you, which is fine. I'm more interested in the travel aspect of the show myself. And I think that I've noticed with analytics that people are more interested in my travel and food stuff than any of my paranormal stuff. So that's why it's so difficult, because my name of my channel makes it so confusing to some people as to what it is. And
I was going to say, Dom, if I had the money to make another platform with all these without all the damn rules, I think I'll do it myself.
that'd be
Just
great.
for everyone, but I don't have that money.
Yeah. Well, I'd like that too. But it's like, even with the short videos, if I post something that has to do with my channel, I get no views. I post a picture of my cat and I get 5,000 views in 1 hour. And
animals, mate. Can't go wrong with animals. People,
but
put
I
your
do love
animals
my
on your
cat.
damn
So.
channels, you know?
But it's like,
Yeah, I'll
and
do
I
that.
put just random stuff up and it gets 5,000 views in 10 minutes. So it's like, I don't know what they want. It's like me, I'm just throwing stuff to see what sticks in a wall at this point, because I'm just going to put whatever I want, I guess. Because none of it makes any sense. The more you try and figure out this, the more you're going to go crazy. So try not to.
Yeah, I've kind of let my channel slide a lot since everything's been going on.
Yeah, no, it's normal.
I need to get back into it, but with everything going on right now, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a rough year for so many people. It's been just one thing after another. I don't even know what day it is anymore. This year's just been one. I feel like I've been in a hospital every day this year with someone, or something going on with family, and then hearing about everyone else. It's like, yeah, I can't work on my YouTube channel right now. I can't even think straight most days. It's hard, but
Mhm.
you just got to keep trying, I guess, when you can.
Well, that's the thing too. I think life. See, I had a bit of a rant on Nubby's post on Facebook the other day, because a lot of us, a lot of channels are not getting as many views. They're not getting people in as much. And that's partially YouTube, definitely. We know that. A big chunk of that is YouTube. But the other thing is, it was like, well, hang on, Nub, I haven't seen you go around a lot of the other channels that you used to go to either, mate. Like, we're all so busy at the moment, like, since that, which shall not be named, happened a couple of years ago.
Yes.
Mhm.
Life has just been one SHIT role after another. And it's happened for so many of us. I mean, April, dealing with so much. And she's only just gotten back to work herself from being badly injured. You know what I mean? Like, we are all going through so much, either personally, with family, that none of us have even got as much time as we had to put up your own content, let alone go and support all those people that we were supporting. Even me, I'm mainly a supporter, and I'm battling to find as much time as I had, because I found you all when we were in lockdown. So for me, it's been, I'm sort of viewed from the outside in a way sometimes, where I'm like, well, hang on a minute. I know so many of us are going through so much that I was trying to make a bit of content, trying to do the paragrams. My life is so chaotic that just surviving each day is really difficult, to be honest, mentally. And I know a lot of you are going out through it as well. And I think we all need to give ourselves a break, our friends and family a break. But YouTube is different. They need to get their acting, because they're the main dang problem.
Yeah.
But we are dealing with so much. I just try to be, I'm understanding. You know, like, because I know how hard it is for me, let alone all of my family out there and besties. And, you know, we're all dealing with so much, you know,
Well,
it's
plus,
just hard to get back into it, I
well,
think, for
plus
some.
too, when we first started YouTube and everything, it was fun,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
you look forward to it every night. Somebody's different, somebody's new. But now YouTube is making it more like a job
Yeah.
than it
Definitely.
is, because I started this, for fun. And then it's like you got to work at it all the time, and if you ain't on there for a certain amount of time, they get rid of your channel. And
Mm-hmm.
It's
And I hate to
really
say
rough.
it, but we seem to need to, even though you found your niche, the thing that you love the most, I still think, unfortunately, got to chop and change it up sometimes
Yeah.
too, because that's where it stagnates after a while. Even though we don't want to change it, you can still make that content, but maybe, like I said to Nub, so what are you doing? Like, are you doing shorts? Are you, getting out on social media? Because I've noticed he's just someone I'm using as an example, by the way. Because I happened to have a hormonal day when I read something, and so I had a little bit of a rant. And then I went and messaged him and said, "Sorry, brother, it wasn't meant in a horrible way. It just,
Well,
came
we
out."
know that you
Um,
don't mean it that way.
No, see, that's the thing. Like Amy, she's noticed her views are down, but she's been away. She's had a hard, bloody tough time. She's had a lot of family stuff go on. But what's she doing? She's working hard when she can, when she's got time. She's out there creating shorts. She's out there putting up something on a community page. She's on Twitter. She's on whatever she can be on whenever she's got that spare couple of minutes. You know, she's getting back out there to remind people, hey, I'm here. My channel's here. Come and see us. You know what I mean, too? Like, because I've noticed a lot of us have eased off on some of the social media as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's important to look at the whole picture. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm probably just ranting here, but
No, that's important. And it's so tough because at the end of the day, kind of just like show business. It really, I mean, I grew up being in show business and singing and doing shows. And that's all that this reminds me of constantly is that if you don't just keep going out there, even though it's hard, people are just gonna move on to the next thing, which is, whatever, that's life. And maybe that's the secret, is to not care at all and to just do whatever you do.
We
But
all have our
I
moments of
mean,
fame.
if you're looking at it as a business aspect and you want to make money at this, then yeah, you definitely have to just put stuff out constantly, even when you don't feel like it.
Hmm.
But to me, I've had to reprioritize what I want out of this channel, because it's certainly not to make money or anything. Because
well,
that's
even AD put that up. He went into it as a business thing. Suddenly his brain shifted, looked at it as a more business thing to make money, but now he's shifted back.
yeah,
And
and
he's
that's kind of how I'm going to have to be. I think I have to go back to the beginning of why I wanted to do it, because I'm definitely not going to make money off of this, which is fine. I didn't expect to make, but I expected to make more than like maybe $10 a month doing all the stuff I've been doing. But whatever. It's what it is, and I can't do anything about it. So, but at the end of the day, the fact that I met you guys and I've met so many good people, that's all that matters to me. That's the win
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Is
Definitely. I was going to say, look, I'm the biggest winner out of this. I'm actually thankful for Divic because I met all of you amazing, amazing human beings that I now get to call family. And you know what? You're
Well, we
me more
love
than
you.
even half my own damn blood. So, like you all literally, Dom, you included, brother, Gary, all of you, Debbie, I may not be able to keep in touch with all of you. And that breaks my heart. But I only have so much room and mental capacity to be able to keep in touch with so many people. So, you know, once in a blue moon, I might be able to, you know, Tarantee, I'd like to keep in touch with her more. I can't. I'm so exhausted. But once every few months, you know, I'll try to say, hey, sorry, I haven't been. You know what I mean? Like you
You have
are
to
all.
take care of you first, you know, and I've noticed I've kind of lost touch with a lot of people I used to talk to very, very regularly, and I don't take it personally whatsoever because, like I said, this year has kind of just
Exactly.
to me anyway, for me personally, this has been like one of the hardest years I've ever dealt with. And
Yes.
I know a lot of people are similar. And so I'm never going to take it personally if I don't see you on a thing or on a video. I would never think that. Um and so I
Yeah.
just hope everyone can
Same.
just be a
Yeah.
little more uh just a little more patient with yourself, and because you can only do what you can do and people
Yeah.
will understand. And if they don't, then that's their problem, you know? That's
I
their
mean,
thing.
I'm
Mhm.
thankful, you know, for the part of YouTube that I got to meet people that I never would have met otherwise. And then when we all can get together, places that I never imagined would I'd ever be at,
Mhm.
you know, so that's one good perk with YouTube is meeting everybody and, you know, get to spend time with everybody.
Hmm. Well, I started my account, I should say, instead of a channel, because it wasn't a channel when I first started in 2013. I opened up an account, but I was a supporter. I would go watch. Me never. I can do a video. Oh no, no, can't do that. Can't do that. And look at me now. But I started making videos and stuff the day that my I was 45 years old, and that's when I started thinking of opening, like doing videos and motivating myself to do something. I was 45 years old because the doctors were telling me that I should take my pension, go on my old age checks and all that, retirement and stuff. So I'm there. What am I going to do? I'm 45 years old and I'm retired. Like, what is this? So I spent a good like 5 years being a big supporter of only abandoned videos. And I
Mhm.
was saying, oh, we don't have abandoned here in Canada and stuff like that. But I found some and I did some. So, yeah. So, me, it was just like to get my mind off of things. And I never thought I'd meet so many wonderful people. I never thought that. So, and
Well, we
now,
love you. We love you, Sandra. We love seeing you. Um, and we're just glad that you're here. And like anyone watching this, and they're just like, "Oh, should I start a channel?" Yeah, you should do it for you. Like,
Yeah.
don't let this scare you away if you're listening.
yeah, if you thought
'Cause
about it,
it's just a
that
time, you
means
know.
you
This is
do it.
all going to change someday, hopefully. With YouTube anyway. Hopefully things will change. But at the end of
Mm,
the day, you know what I told my husband? The whole reason I did this channel really is so that I can have the memories of all the places we went for myself, kind of selfishly, because
yeah,
I love to document the places I've been, the stuff I've done, because I have a terrible memory, and that's like a that's another thing. I forget everything,
Oh,
and
me
when I can
too.
go back and watch it, it's like, oh, like it's neat for me. And so if you are thinking of doing a channel, just do it for that reason. Think of it like a scrapbook.
yeah. I took
Your
it like
life.
that at one point. Like on the weekends, our family activity, like the whole family, the two girls, Eric and me, it was to go explore abandoned places.
Very
That
cool.
was our big trip there that we adored to do as a family. So,
I love that.
Ditto, Twinkie. I feel like what's that movie with Patrick Swayze in it where they say ditto? Ghost.
oh,
Ghost
Go-
instead of I
Ghost.
love you, ditto. That's it.
Was it Ghost? I can't remember.
Yeah, I have a habit of saying ditto.
Yeah. Yes, because he never would say it. Was it him? He would never say it back. He'd always say ditto to her
Yeah,
when she said I love you. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I have
Yeah,
found, I
that's
am
it.
so grateful, honestly, because I have found so many wonderful people. But yeah, do it for yourselves. I will chime in and say I agree. Do it for yourselves if anyone's watching this and you were thinking about it and I just made you go, oh God, no, that's too hard. Don't worry about me. Yeah, we need to vent sometimes, but do it for yourself. And I think it's a great reason, Adam, that you did it. I think that's a really, really good reason. You know, you've got somewhere to go to look at your memories, you know?
It is.
Yeah.
Well, unless they take it down again, like they did the first year I started doing this. But it's possible. I mean, that's why I saved those on the hard drive. But it's just for me. And you know what else too? I was going through such a hard depression during the what, and that's why I started the channel in 2020 because I needed to force myself to get out of the house, and because I wouldn't, if I could, I would just stay in my house all day, and I wouldn't even leave. And this channel has made me go all over the world. And I've done things I never would have done if I hadn't forced myself to get up, grab the camera, go somewhere. I would just be at the house and be doing nothing except for working. And so if that's a motivation for you and you're thinking of doing a channel, then let that be a motivation. Just to get out and see with this land that we live in, that you wouldn't otherwise. And so there's many times when I've had to force myself to go, especially lately this year, force myself to go film something, and I really don't want to leave the house.
Mhm.
I'm fine being at home and pouting about my life. But no, but then after I get done with it, I'm like, I'm so glad I did that. I'm so glad I met some people. When I had my friends from Australia come down and I got to take them around the state for a few days. I'm
That was
so
awesome.
glad I did. But I wouldn't have normally. I'm just, like I said, sometimes you just gotta make yourself get up and do things.
Yeah. Because if I wouldn't have YouTube or anything, I'd be sitting on the couch watching TV and eating all day.
Well, I do that anyway when I can, but
Yeah, I was going to say, I do that enough as it is, man. YouTube has saved me from doing a bit of that, thankfully.
Yeah.
oh, love you,
Although-
Amy.
Doesn't help when we keep talking about food
I know.
those days, but,
Can I just tell you guys, I just discovered mochi. Have you ever had those
Oh,
mochi
yeah.
balls?
haven't tried
Yeah,
them
they're
yet.
good.
never
Oh
heard
my gosh, I love it. I just found them. Like I'm like an old person who just discovered the internet. I don't even know. I don't know where they've been my whole life, but I've been eating it. They're like ice cream balls that are in like little dumplings that are like
Yeah.
rice.
Yeah. Oh,
And
it's
it sounds
amazing.
so weird, but they're so good. And
I've
I
never heard of it.
Amazing.
I love them. I hadn't either
Yeah.
until recently.
Don't eat them though when you had a green cigarette or something.
Oh yeah?
Oh, you'll go through the box and you'll be hallucinating.
Is that
even
why I'm
more.
eating 2 boxes right now? On top of my
Then don't have that. And if you happen to fluke anything in any of your shops that says Stranger Things ice cream, Scoops Ahoy, and it's the butterscotch one. Oh
Ooh,
my dear
that sounds
Lord.
delicious.
Oh, seriously, it is the best ice cream I have ever tasted in my life. And I went
Debbie,
through
I'm
it-
on the ice cream diet this past few weeks. It's my.
I went
it's
through it
my
way too quick.
go-to.
but I'm getting another one. I will get another one before they
Oh,
all disappear.
yeah.
So, what did you say this ice cream's called, Adam?
Oh,
Mochi.
it's Stranger Things.
Mochi.
Oh,
It's-
MOCHI.
Mm.
I think it's either Chinese or Japanese.
I think it's,
Heard of it?
and I just added them in my cart at my Walmart at my pickup. They have them at Walmart. They're just little boxes, and they're like. My other thing was like, oh, if they're just little portions, then I just eat one, and then I can live my life. But I mean, I guess I meant one box per.
Yeah,
I was
there's
gonna say, you know that's
green
deadly.
ones, pink ones, white ones.
What's the
I will
best?
say my favorite so far is the strawberry ones. Those are my favorite.
Are they
Um,
rice-based things though? Like,
Yeah.
what are they made of?
What'd you say? Sorry, I
Are
couldn't
they
hear.
rice-based products or
Yeah,
like
so
what are they
think of
made
like a pot sticker, like a dumpling, but with ice cream inside of it. It sounds really weird and odd, but I think also because I'm Polynesian, I'm used to having a lot of rice in my life. Um, so I love it. It's my new favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Have to
See,
go
I put
look.
it all in my mouth, and I'm not. Don't talk to me. My mouth is full.
I
I have
don't
to
mind
wait till
rice,
it
but I'm
melts.
weird. I don't like the
Ouch.
rice pot sticker things and things like that. I'm a bit strange, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. It's not for everyone, and it's a texture thing. See, Barney absolutely hated it because the texture, and I love it because the texture.
Yeah,
Because
it's
it's
soft.
it tastes like eating a marshmallow with an ice cream. That's exactly what it tastes like, eating a
Yeah.
big old marshmallow with an ice cream in the middle. Which for me, delicious. Love it.
Because I'm partial to some marshmallows, so you never know.
Well, that's kind of what to me it seems like.
Is this what it is?
Yeah, I think so. That seems like it. Oh, you got more flavors than I have at my Walmart. I don't know. I like the strawberry ones. Um, yeah, I'm
I
just
like all of them.
They
Whatever.
got
you know.
strawberry, coffee,
coffee. That's
Oh.
interesting. I have never had that.
mango.
I want to try the mango ones. I haven't tried those yet. I have a bunch of the vanilla ones. Walmart sent me 5 boxes of them a few days ago on accident. And I was like, "Do you want these back?" And they're like, "No." And I'm like, "Well, thank goodness, because I'm going to shove them in my face now."
Gee, thanks.
Cookies and cream.
Oh, I want to try that. They don't have that where I live. That sounds good.
Passion fruits.
But like I said, they're not for everyone. But I also, like I said, I've eaten some weird stuff growing up with my dad. He would cook random things always in our house. So I'm very adventurous when it comes to eating.
Oh yeah, it looks like we can get them here. Cookies and cream, mocha, choc malt, and chocolate.
What's
Ooh.
purple yam?
Oh, those are like taro, and those taste almost like a buttery. Those are really good. I like to get boba teas. So you know what those are with the balls in them?
Huh?
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
they have
I,
taro.
Gee.
The purple ones are the taro, and it's like a root vegetable, but it tastes. It's good. I love it.
I thought these.
Oh, see, it tastes very similar to one of those. I think those strawberry creams.
Slim just brought it in.
Slim, where's
yeah.
mine?
Can I have one?
Sandra wants one.
Oh, trying them with chocolate syrup on
Sandra
them.
said she
That
wants
sounds
Ooh.
dangerous.
He said he'll email it to you.
Okay, that
I'll
sounds
be waiting for it.
delicious.
Yeah, those mochis. We even have like a no-name brand that makes them.
They got a crap ton.
Yeah, it's called President's Choice, and that's like a
I think
cheap
I'm going
brand.
to Walmart and see if I can find me some of those.
I always thought mochi was matcha, which I hate matcha. I absolutely hate green tea stuff like that. So that's why I never tried a mochi, but I'm just an idiot and I don't know English or words that are English. So it has nothing to do with it. But I'm not a big fan of green tea matcha stuff because
Amy asked, was it green?
What's that?
Amy had asked, was it green? The mochi.
Yeah, well, the one I took was green.
Oh yeah.
I had green, pink, and white. Yeah, I
My
took
favorite
two
is definitely the strawberry ones so far. But I'm only brand new, you know. I've only been doing this. I've been hardcore mochi for a week now, and it's better than smoking, right? Because I was doing that for a minute this summer. So after I saw you guys in Vegas, I started smoking. It was not because of you guys. It was just because of my stress.
Oh, we're a
And,
bad habit.
and I had to quit again. So I turned to ice cream past month.
Oh, good on you.
It's fine.
I could do that soon. Very soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree, Amy. That ice cream, man, honestly did me in. I'm sure I put on me a couple of kilos I lost too.
Yep.
Well,
I never heard of them.
Yeah, it's addictive. Yeah, you're right, Rob. You get addicted to that. It's worse than a cigarette. They say don't try to smoke because you'll get addicted. Well, don't try to mooch. You'll
you're
get
gonna
it.
find me on My Strange Addiction. I watched an episode of something like that where the woman all she eats are creamsicles every minute of the day while she's alive. She doesn't eat anything else like the ones you're eating, and that's all she lives on, but nothing else. And she seems like she's alive and doing okay, but I'm not trying to get like that.
Is she a big person?
No bigger than me, so I guess she's not. Yeah, I would have expected her to be on like my 600-pound life if that's all she was eating, but she's not like huge or anything.
Wow.
Wait, is Slim? Are you guys going on a cruise for real?
No.
He just likes to talk this one.
He wants to go on a cruise.
Yeah.
And Cameron's going on a cruise at the end of this month.
I definitely need to go on a cruise. I think the one thing that'll help me after this year is to go on a cruise. That's my favorite vacation to go on. People can say all they want about it being, crap or whatever, but it's like you're stuck on a boat in the ocean. Where are you going to go? You're forced to relax. You have to sit like when I'm on a vacation, I have to take a vacation after because I've been running around so much. When I'm on a cruise, I'm like sitting there drinking at the pool for 7 days. Like, what is wrong with that? That sounds amazing.
Well, see, what I'm worried about, my son, his first cruise. And he's taking it here at the end of September when all the hurricanes and stuff are starting.
Well, that's kind of tricky. Yeah, he might run into some storms, but that's also cheaper that way.
I have trouble getting in the rowboat. Imagine a cruise.
Oh, well, I get really seasick on smaller wait. Yeah, but not on a cruise ship. I don't
Or
get
even a ferry. I got seasick taking a ferry. I was sitting in the car taking a ferry. And, whoa.
Yeah. I get really motion sick easily too. I understand that, but with the cruise ship, they're so big that you really don't think about it. And it's just a big party. It's a lot of fun.
And did I hear somewhere that you pay on some of these things, like for endless drinks?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the smart
food.
way to go. You got to do that because if not, you'll end up getting a bill under your door at the end of the week, and it's more than the cruise was because I had made that mistake the first time.
Oh,
So you buy a
yeah.
package, and it is expensive. It's like $800 per person for the drinks, but
That'd be so worth it, though. I mean, if
worth
you're
it
on a
because-
decent length cruise
Yeah.
as well,
Now, my son,
man, I could do that in the first few days.
see,
Oh, yeah.
Cameron is going to the Bahamas, and they had to buy a drink package. And
It's worth it.
they only had to pay $65. I think it's $65 each person. You get 15 alcoholic beverages a day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's
Okay.
definitely cheaper on some cruises too, and I think that's worth it. Because if you get a nice bartender, they don't even count the drink half the time, and so you really get like 20 drinks in the day, and people say, and most people are not going to go through that in a day. I mean, I definitely will try.
Well, Cameron told his friend, he said, "You go ahead and buy the package," because his friend don't drink. He told his friend, he said, "You buy the package too because I might need yours."
I'd be kissing the floor.
But the drinking is what helps if you get seasick. That's the few times I have. That's the one thing that helps you not be nauseated is to just keep. So that's what we do usually. We just start drinking heavily the second we get on the ship before it even leaves the port. and then we're good the whole week. I love a cruise. Like I'm trying to switch my channel towards that a little more because I have a lot of cruise experience and little tips I think that people might like, and I love a cruise vacation, and they're very reasonable. They're very for as far as the price.
I think
So-
Cameron said his was like $500 and something a person.
Yeah,
Plus-
but you get the meals, you're staying in the room. It's all included. So I
They're
think
going to so many different islands.
yeah, and it's nice because if you're not sure you want to visit a place, like when I went to Belize at Christmas last year, I didn't think I would ever go to Belize, but it's nice to just go for the day and see what you think. And then you can go back sometime, like on a trip. So it's a good way to see little ports that you would never visit. And I like that.
I do want to go on a cruise one of these days.
I really think we should go on a group cruise.
Love boat.
They do. I heard they just built a Love Boat cruise line, like a cruise ship that's called the
Oh.
Love Boat. And
Slim said 1 drink, 2 drinks, scissors on the floor because she said she was too old for that shit.
Yep, exactly. See, Slim knows me.
And you, I don't know, New Year's is coming up again. I hope I can make it this time.
I'll have tea this year.
Oh yeah. Me too. That's what I'll have.
But we always have fun. I
Yeah,
can't remember because I fell out.
yeah.
Just don't fall off the ship. You're good. Yeah, you can fall down. That's okay.
Yeah, see, I was going to say, I'd have to stay indoors.
Yeah, I can't look
Not go
outside.
outdoors, because knowing me, few too many pina coladas, I'd be over that thing, and I can't swim.
Yeah, well, on a cruise, you've got to. When they say people have gone overboard on a cruise, I kind of just roll my eyes because it's just not possible unless you're throwing yourself up a wall to jump off the ship.
I have
You're not-
wondered how few of them have gone over, to be honest, mate.
You're not going to fall off the ship. It's so very unlikely. I mean, if you have a balcony cabin and you jump off that, you're going to fall onto like a walking track or a person before you hit the ocean usually.
Okay, so
but
I've got to win lotto and
Anything
get one of the
possible.
expensive cars.
Yes. But I will say, there is a jail on a cruise ship because I've seen one of those. You can get arrested. So when you're
Really?
floating on the ocean, you still have to behave. But I have lots of stories. I have lots of cruise ship stories. It's kind of fun. I almost worked on a cruise ship. I was going to work on Disney Cruise Lines, being one of the singers on the show. And then 9/11 happened. And they canceled my contract and stuff because people weren't going anywhere. And so, but I have performed on Carnival Cruise and things like that. But my favorite part of a cruise is going to the shows. And there's so many shows. There's so much entertainment. There's just, things for everyone, which is great.
We've all got to get together and go on a cruise.
It's a good time. It really is.
We have a good time every time we get together, though.
Yeah, I believe it. And
Yeah,
a
my
buffet,
mother-in-law
okay?
went on the cruise. She was impressed. She was
Yeah.
impressed by the dude that looked after their cabin. He had a different animal towel.
They're
thing on
so
the bed
they're
every
so
day.
great. Yeah. The people on cruises take care of you. They do a really
I
good
would
job.
be wanting to put those little animals they make with the towels. I'd be putting them in my suitcase because I'd be wanting to take them home with me.
Oh, she took a picture every day so she'd come back and show us. But they were amazing. I don't know how on earth he did it, but yeah. They
I
were
can't
really
even
cool.
fold my towels to fold them like a normal person. They always look a mess. So how you're turning them into a giraffe, I don't understand. But
Oh, I can make a swan. I can make
Well-
a swan. And you put them
Maybe-
head to head and it makes like a heart. I can make a swan.
We should
I
do a
like that.
towel folding class one day next summer.
I only know a swan, and I don't know anything else. I learned it at a hotel that I worked. I was a cleaning lady.
I used to be a cleaning lady too.
I am
And,
still a cleaning lady at the hotel most days when I'm working. Gary says you can slide through the railings on some of the ships, but I don't know if that would lead you to hitting the sea. Yeah, that's true, Gary. Yeah, just don't try and jump off. Then you're good. You know?
Twinkie. She said I can make my towel look like a poop emoji.
Well, I'd pay good money for that.
Oh, yeah, I could probably do that if I tried, maybe. Oh, and the ice sculptures and the fruit table things they do.
Those
That
are,
was also
yeah,
very
those are
impressive.
fancy.
Yes,
I will
she
say
showed us photos of that, and that
since
was
the
very
big
cool.
oh yeah, since the you know what happened though, they have
Mhm.
kind of reeled in a lot of that stuff on cruises. As far as like the ice sculptures and the buffets and the food options, it's all kind of gone down a little bit, but you know, I expected that. But it's still a really good time
And I
and
think
well
she
worth
said
it.
if you ever go, make sure you're always back on wherever you've
Oh
stopped
yeah.
before time, or you get left behind.
I always make sure I set my alarm an hour before we're supposed to be back because they will leave you. They don't care. And then
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, did they? And she's like, yeah, they will leave you because otherwise it puts them too far behind. And she was
I
telling us
had a
about this couple
friend.
who got left behind,
Yeah.
but they did wait a little bit extra for them, you know, and everything. And this couple apparently rolled up like 2 hours after the cruise ship
Oh,
left.
well, they were asking for it.
Exactly, you know. I'm
You
like,
would be
well, hey,
responsible for paying for a flight. You have to think like so. I knew
Mhm.
someone that was left on a cruise at the port. They spent almost $30,000 to get back home because they were left.
Oh,
And they're like, that's another thing. You have to get travel insurance whenever you go on these things, usually, because you never know what could happen. And if you are left, you are responsible to get your way back home. And it is not cheap. It's not a good day for you. You're not going to want to do that. So
they were
just
wild apparently, but I'm like, how can you be wild? You've got a time you've got to be back by.
Yeah,
yeah.
they tell you the time you have to come back. I guess I
How
hope.
do you get that late back? You know they leave. Like surely before
I
you
wouldn't
get
get
on.
off. I'd look at
You
the island or something. Oh yeah, really nice. Okay.
Amy
That's what
said
I
no
do. I wouldn't
buffet.
get
I'm
off.
out.
What?
Yeah.
Everybody loves a buffet. Amy, I don't know you anymore. No, I don't.
Oh
I don't
yeah, but
normally go to a buffet.
hang on. I just watched a TikTok the other day, and I'm now dodgy on buffets
Well,
myself.
people
I'm
are
like,
disgusting, so that is true. But on the cruise ship, a lot of them will serve you the
Hey.
food now.
oh well, that's
Oh.
good
So
because
it's not
he
like
actually
you
was
can touch
picking
it.
up the ladles and eating and
No,
drinking
no,
soup
no, no,
and
no.
like just shoving it. Oh,
If I ever saw someone
horrified.
doing
I'm
that, they'd be taking a bath in the soup after I was done.
Ugh.
And I'm
No,
thinking, why are you filming it? Why aren't you stopping him? Like, you know.
well, I just like a buffet sometimes, and if you go to Vegas, the buffets there are very, very fancy buffets. They're not like the ones you think of. I won't go to those either because people are nasty in public. They really are. But a lot of these ones on the cruises, the people are serving you the food, so it's not, and it's good food. It's not like crappy. Um, but yeah, I
So
totally
there are
understand that.
buffets on the cruises. They serve it to you though.
It depends on the cruise line you go on and stuff. Carnival is a little more crazy and laid back. I've seen some weird things on a Carnival cruise, but I also had a lot of fun on a Carnival cruise. It's definitely like a party ship, but you get some nut jobs out there.
I would like to find a ghost cruise.
Yeah,
Ooh,
haunted cruise.
like Ghost Ship.
Yeah.
They do paranormal cruises. I've definitely looked into going on one. where they have,
April
know,
and AB would never know they were on his ship because they couldn't see over the wall to see the ocean.
see? Exactly. Oh, Amy says if there isn't a buffet, she's not. Okay, see, I knew I liked you for a reason. Listen, a buffet's good because sometimes you just don't know what you want and it's all there and it just makes up your mind for you. I love it.
Yeah, we
When
would
my
definitely.
mother-in-law went on one, she was saying the breakfast one was just she went in, she hadn't been into it before, but she kept walking past it. And so she thought, I should go in this morning. And she said, but the same guy, because it was quite a decent cruise they went on, from beginning to end, he must have gained, she didn't know how much. Because like he went to breakfast buffet and he'd like have 3 or 4 plates full in front of him. He
Oh, I
made the
love
most
it.
of that buffet.
You gotta
But I
get, you gotta.
I love bacon, but I don't know about that many plates. I mean, you know.
And as much as I love a buffet, there's still something about getting dressed up and going to the dining room and the fancy dinner. In your little tuxedo or your dress or your suit or whatever. Or, just put some pants on for crying out loud. Just
Blue
pants. is fine.
jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's fine. But just don't come in your swimsuit and you're good. But to me, it makes me feel good because I don't dress up anymore for anything since something happened. I don't get ready for nothing. But sometimes it's nice to just get dolled up and go on a fancy dinner that's included on your cruise. You don't have to pay for extra, and listen to the band playing and just have a nice dinner by candlelight. It's just romantic. Um, so there's just something for everyone on these.
I'm scarred for buffet tables and stuff. There was a restaurant here, and it had a buffet, and my youngest daughter was 10 years old or something. So I have her plate in my hand, and I'm taking some food to give her and everything. And there's a man like beside her. He takes her by the hand, and he says, her plate, I can do it. I'm there. What? He was convinced it was his daughter standing there. So he would have took off with her. I'm there. It's because she's my daughter. He looks down. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, I've heard of people doing that with their car, okay, like at Walmart, but not a daughter. That's different.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant here. It's called Abel's, and it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, and it's breakfast buffet.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Bacon, gravy, biscuits, any kind of breakfast food that you can think of. Your blood pressure is sky high by the time you go there because we went there a couple times. And the grandkids love it too. It's a good place to eat, but it takes us about an hour and a half to get there.
Wow. Do you guys have Golden Corrals out there? That's all we have here in Utah, but I don't eat there because I've seen some weird AF stuff happen at a Golden Corral.
We also have a place called Shatley Springs here. It's up in the mountains, in the Blue Ridge Mountains up here.
Mm-hmm.
And you go in there and you tell them what you want to eat, and they bring you portions of plates of it out on your table. And as soon as they're empty, they'll go fill it up and bring it back again.
Okay, see, I'm all about that life. That sounds great to me.
Don,
Slim says he
that's
can't afford
exactly
those
the
steaks.
restaurant I was at.
Yeah.
Don named it buffet
Oh.
the continents, all the continents. Supposedly you're in Greece at one point and Italy at another point. I don't know. I never saw the difference.
Yeah,
But
it's
they
all
call
food to
it
me.
like
I'll eat
that.
it.
Yeah.
Slim, I couldn't afford that steak either. That's why Barney's work paid for it. We don't pay for that kind of money for a steak. We're not crazy. We're a lot of things, but not crazy.
Now
But
you gonna go to Branson, Adam?
Yeah, I'm planning on it. I think so. Barney has points for the Hyatt. There's like a Hyatt Regency there, and we can stay for free for the most part, I think. if we're looking at it correctly. So it might not be the same hotel, but it would be pretty close. Although, did you guys even mention the name of the hotel? I think you did, but I missed it.
Twinkie knows the name of it. I can't remember.
Okay. But yes, I'm planning on it. Unless, hopefully nothing, knock on my wood shelf over here, nothing happens between now and then. That'd be great. But I'm planning on it for sure. I've always wanted to go to Branson, actually. It's always.
My mom and dad went. They said it was really nice up there.
Yeah, I am. Like I said, I was a singer for years. I almost got a contract where I'd be singing in Branson, living there, and I didn't end up going, but I would have loved to.
But my biggest pet peeve of going into a restaurant, the biggest pet peeve I have is people sitting there, you're eating, and they blow their nose.
Ew.
God, that irritates me so bad.
Yeah.
Comfort Inn and Sweets.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to see. Because I know that. Yeah, I know you guys were talking about it when I came into a live the other night, but I missed most of it. But there's time. I'll figure it out.
Slim said, "Well, I'm in if Barney's work's paying."
Hey, that's why I'm in all the time, of course.
They'll
'Cause
go bankrupt
pay.
with you.
like a
Quality.
lot of people think that I just have all this money to go travel, but I don't pay.
Yeah.
Like, I have to remind you guys, my husband's work pays for so many of these trips. I'm just tagging along and just going to film stuff because otherwise there's no way I could do that. And I'm all for a free lunch, honey.
It's Quality Inn.
Quality Inn. Okay. Got it.
And Slim's probably happy because there's a Shoney's in Branson, Missouri.
I'm happy because I want to go to Shoney's. I heard that too. I haven't been there in years.
When we went to Gatlinburg about a month ago, me and Slim, we ended up going to Shoney's twice, and we were only there for the weekend.
I think that's great. That's something I would do. That's
Slim,
like whenever I'm near a Jack in the Box, I'll go at least 2 or 3 times if I'm in town.
well, see, I call Jack in the Box Jack in the Crack.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, because I took you guys. Didn't I take you guys to Jack in the Box in Vegas to a really, really crappy one, like in the middle of the real bad part of town? Who did I take?
Where did we go?
Shoney's.
I forget where we went. Where after we got tattoos.
Oh yeah, that was Jack in the Box. And normally it's a lot better than that. I don't know where I took you guys, but it was a hot mess.
Amy
So
said we definitely going to Shoney's.
I'll be there. I'll be
Yeah, we
waiting.
gotta get Vodka and Sandra over here.
That would be wonderful.
They
Or if I
closed
get there, I'm not coming back. So
Well,
you're gonna have to find me a place to stay.
well, you could get a job at the Shoney's and just work for food there. That's what I would do.
What do they serve there?
just about anything.
Shoney's is like, yeah, they've got everything, but it's just
They got
It's always
chicken,
good.
fish, steak. I mean, the one we went to had steaks, shrimp, everything.
Right, yeah.
all this food talk. I'm probably gonna go pull a steak out of the freezer now and defrost it. Just eat it at 2:00 in the morning.
We had steaks. Cameron had put steaks on the smoker last night.
Oh, that sounds really good. I've never had a steak on a smoker before. I don't think.
That's the only time Cameron. That's all he does now is cook steaks on the smoker.
I got a little tiny smoker that I use for chicken and stuff, and it's pretty good, but it's really small. It's only enough for if there's like 2 or 3 people, because I'm not trying to burn the house down. Because I will. So
We don't smoke. I don't actually like a lot of the smoky flavors, funnily enough. But we barbecue. We just barbecue. You guys call it grill. We barbecue everything.
Well, see, we got a smoker out there, we've got a gas grill out there, and we've got the Blackstone out there. Slim's always cooking on the Blackstone.
Yo, noisy.
Oh.
I found a Shoney's website
Mm-hmm.
and it says Big Boy. I know Big Boy. I saw that. Austin Power. But
Yeah, that's true.
so that's the restaurant. They
No,
changed
it's
it
called
to-
Shoney's.
It's
Okay.
like, think of like a Denny's but good. You know what I mean? Like
And
it's
it's
like
buffet.
and then they have
I
So
was
it's
going to
just
say,
like
you'd be on the
American food.
page for Branson next year, wouldn't you, Adam? Because, man, Amy, I wish I was coming. You guys, those pictures look so good at the hotel.
Ooh, yeah.
I wish I was coming. One of these years I will get there. Probably won't be next year.
Well, if I win the lottery, I'll fly you out. How's that?
And what are you going to do when you're at Bush, Gary? I mean, come on, Gaza. You can use anything. You know, you just got to think outside the... Mate, we'll turn a trolley on its side. Build a fire in it. You've got your barbecue ready to go. You've got your grill.
Yeah,
Kind
that
of
works.
fun.
Whatever cooks the food.
That's it.
Slim said it used to be called Big Boys.
Yeah,
well,
because
that's
we
what
grew
I-
up with. I grew up in California, Southern California. We had big boys everywhere. That was my nickname actually, because I was real chubby, real chubby. I still am, but you know, when you're a kid, it's a lot more noticeable. They had the best hamburgers.
I don't know what it's getting into a lot of these restaurants, but we had went up here. It's called Cat's Patch, up by the house, and we got burgers and stuff. And I didn't like the burger. I mean, it used to be really good. To me, it tastes like they boil them.
Ew, I don't like that.
That's like what is it, White Castle? Me and Slim and Amy and all of us went there. It was not good.
You didn't like it because I was trying to go when I was with you guys
No,
the last
we
time,
didn't
and I
like
never went.
We
I've
all
never-
got sick.
See,
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to try all these places because I've
We
been
went to
watching them in movies for years.
Yeah.
Just like, we don't have that here. We don't have that here.
Yeah.
There was so many Shoney's in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. They were like one on each block, just about it. We seen like 4 or 5 of them.
Here we have a McDonald's and a pizza place, and the pizza no good. So
Remind me, Sandra, where you live. The closest biggest city is to you.
the biggest, well, I'm in between two. So I have Drummondville and Sherbrooke.
Okay.
How far are you from Quebec?
Quebec City,
Yeah.
an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay.
And I'm an hour and 45 minutes to Montreal. So I'm right in this the middle.
When it comes to Canada, I'm so terrible with my geography. Which I shouldn't be. I should know better because we're
Me
neighbors.
too.
Are you going to be
Well-
anywhere near when I go? No, you're not. You're not by New York, right?
Yes, I could be
Oh.
in New York. I could wave at you like the time you went to Niagara Falls.
Oh yeah. See, I'm hallucinating right now. Okay, well, I'm planning on going to Toronto during the eclipse next year in March or April. So maybe we can work out a way I can come say hi because I want to go visit the Schitt's Creek town, that TV show. Have you ever seen it?
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Because I'm
That
obsessed
would be
with that show. And Barney and I just love it. So we want to go take a road trip to go visit Goodwood, Ontario.
So you'll wear
Jenna's
a
in
red
Toronto
poncho.
as well. Jenna's in Toronto.
Okay.
And
Oh,
Dom says Sandra's about an hour and 55 minutes from him. So
Fantastic. I love Canada. Every time I've gone, it's just been a great experience. I know that that's very general, but people say Canadians are very friendly, and I believe it because
No,
I kind of do.
they're not with me.
What?
Who's
But
the
I
guy?
feel like
Gina? Who's the Canadian guy on TikTok? And he comments on the different.
Oh yeah, him, and he goes with his
He
finger
is
there. Those five.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Amy.
I love him.
I know, sis. We're so far away from each other. But well, our town's like, oh, we must be going up in the world. We've got 2 McDonald's here, or Maccas as we call
Whoa.
them. One
Wow.
not far from me, but I'm not a big Macca's fan, I must say. Fries, yeah, okay.
What do you call it?
Yeah. Macca's.
Macca's.
Everything's shortened here. Yep.
I'm gonna
Like
say
Gary
that
and
from now on.
Gaza. Macca's is
I can see
McDonald's.
Adam going up to Barney. Let's go to Macca's.
Time to go to Macca's.
and
No.
he just look at you like, what?
So they built a they built a Macca's within 2 blocks. I can walk to it from my house. And so that's
Yeah, like mine's the same. Like, and we get
Yeah.
the McCafe with it, you know. So we
Yeah.
get the extra section in there now where you get your McCafe crap. But
Oh, we
I
got
had
it,
that for
Tim's. I
breakfast
forgot
this
that.
morning. Yeah.
We got it, Timmy. Yeah, I
Tim
forgot about
Hortons.
this. Yeah, we got it, Timmy.
There were Tim Hortons everywhere in Niagara. And I
Yes.
never
Every
went to one.
exit
I need to go
on the
check it out.
highways. Like me,
I know,
there, I
yeah.
have a major highway. It's the 55, they call it. And the 2 exits, like the one after me and the one before me, they have Tim's. So if you miss the exit, you get the next one.
Okay, well, I'm
And
just gonna
Slim,
come.
I think I'm about. It depends, like where in New York. Like let's say Syracuse. I don't know if you guys know Syracuse.
I go to Syracuse all the time.
Okay. Well, from my house to there, it would be 4 hours.
Okay.
And if I go to my daughter's house and go there after, it'll be 3 hours away.
So you're definitely going to be closer to Buffalo and all that stuff, and Niagara, because that's right there on the
Oh,
border.
I can go to Niagara Falls, like where the falls are, for sure. I love it there.
Well, I am going to take Barney to
many.
Niagara Falls in April, so he's never been. He wants to see it, so we'll have to chat. I'll have to come give you a hug or something. We'll
I say
escape the border.
Niagara Falls. That'd be awesome.
It was wonderful. It was one of my top highlights of my.
I loved your video. I was like, see, I want to go even more now.
Except I almost fell off the damn ship and into the ocean, into the
Yeah,
freezing
don't do
ice cold water. Because I apparently don't know how to stand up and talk and film a camera at the same time. Because I was clinging onto dear life onto that ship. Yeah, I almost
So
fell.
you'll be wearing a red poncho this
Red poncho this time because we're going to
Yeah.
be from Canada. I will not stay on the American side again. It was so kind of sad because there was nothing there. And then we look across the water and see Canada, and it looked like the Emerald City, just like glistening in the sun. And I'm like, let me please come to Canada. I want
we
to
have
come.
rides. We have rides at Niagara Falls.
How
like
far are
roller
you away from
coasters.
the border, Sandra,
From the border of what is it?
to come to the United States?
Vermont.
Michigan?
The border of Vermont. I think I'm like 40 minutes away. There's a border
Oh.
here I'm not far from. Oh, and Maine. Also the border of Maine.
Oh,
I
I
can go
love
to.
Maine. Maine
Yeah.
is a lovely place. Every time I've gone, I've enjoyed
But
it.
I think the one that be closest would be the one in Maine.
Oh, well, then there you go. I'll be
Mm.
right over. Have some lobster.
Oh yeah, the lobster.
Oh, yes.
We don't have much here. I'm 400 k's from the big city, but
Wow.
I have just heard not long ago there's a Taco Bell in my big capital city now.
Oh, no.
And I tried a Goya and Gomez or whatever. Wasn't that keen on their stuff. But I thought, I can try Taco Bell now. Next time I go up to the city, I can try Taco Bell. I see it on all the videos,
I
so
hate
I'm like,
Taco Bell so much. I don't know what it is. I can't eat it.
so
Every-
somebody give me something good to try there because I'm not
It's
into
not
the
real
flatbread
hamburger.
type.
It's terrible, but try a Gordita Crunch or something, or like those are okay. It's like a taco with like a soft pita bread in the taco with more stuff in the pita bread. That's not bad. But I live in a tiny little town. It's like a little farming town, and we have 3 Taco Bells in this town. 3. There's no
Wow.
reason in the world for us to have 3 Taco Bells. We don't even have like 3 gas stations. Are you kidding?
Oh, look, my little, okay, I'm a small city, yeah, fair enough. But if they put up another petrol station here, we were already ranting about the last one they wanted to do because it was right on the corner of one of our big roundabouts, our main roundabout in and out of town.
Mhm.
And they put another one. I have never seen a town with as many gas stations as we've got. They're
Really?
on I reckon we'd have easily 15. And we're a city of like 40,000 people or something. Like they're just everywhere. And I don't know why
Wow.
we need that much. We don't really, because half of them don't get a lot of business.
That's crazy.
The little town here that we're in, we have McDonald's, Bojangles, Taco Bell, Wendy's, 2 Subways, Pizza Hut, Arby's, Cat's Patch, best little pizza in town, 2 Mexican restaurants. I'm forgetting some. And then 2 other little cafes, ice cream shop.
That seems pretty good.
And that's just in our little bitty town. Our little town has 3 red lights.
But you have all these
roundabouts
restaurants.
here. We got no lights or anything. We just got
We got no
roundabouts.
lights either, except for the highway.
And listen to what Amy says, Vodka. You do want to be
Yeah, I was
close
just
to
thinking
home.
that. Yeah, thanks for the heads up, hon.
I can attest to this. This is true. It'll happen. Just gotta be
See,
ready.
we only have like takeaway. I mean, we've got a few takeaway type places, but that's about it. We've got the 2 Maccas now, although I would have preferred a second Hungry Jack's. Thanks, better than Macca's.
I've heard. Yeah.
We have chicken. Where Aussies love chicken, so we've got KFC, Red Rooster, and Chicken Treat.
Oh, we got Dixie Chicken.
AFC.
My 2 friends from Australia, all they talked about was KFC when they were here. They wanted KFC.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. KFC.
Yeah,
Look,
because
our
we
KFC,
don't have
It
anymore.
used to be. It's greasy.
our KFC is the bomb, man. Seriously,
Is
if you
it?
get a good store who can cook it well and do it right every time. And we got popcorn chicken here. They do popcorn chicken on the menu, so it's little round ones in their coating.
Oh yeah, we have Tally House too. I forgot about that.
I used to work at KFC when I was 16.
Oh yeah.
I have some stories about that place for sure. But
Like
And my
here,
daughter's just reminding me, of course, we've got fish and chip shops here. We love our fish and chips as well. So
here in the
Um,
eastern townships, you won't find a KFC. Nowhere.
well, that's okay. You're not missing out.
But if you go to Montreal, I think there's a few.
We got a Popeyes last year
Good.
here, and that was a big deal.
Oh, and we're getting the
I tasted
it's coming to
Popeye.
town, Twinkie. Y'all's Whataburger is coming to North Carolina now.
I've wanted to try that too. I think they're building one in Vegas right now. Maybe I'll check it out. So when I worked at KFC, I worked at the first KFC in the world. So did you guys know that it originated here in Salt Lake City?
Yeah, but did you guys know that the Colonel KFC guy is Canadian?
Colonel Sanders.
I believe
Yeah.
it.
The Colonel.
The guy who stole his recipe from him and bought it and then made KFC is from the town I grew up in called Magna, Utah. I grew up half my childhood in California, half in Utah. And the little high school I went to, that's where he went. And I worked at the first KFC. It had a museum in it and it had a buffet, which you don't see a buffet at KFC ever. But this one has a buffet at it. And one of the kids I worked with fell into the fryer.
Oh no.
His
Ooh.
whole arm. So I'll let you just think of how that ended.
Oh my god. Sorry,
But
that's just
I couldn't eat the chicken for like about 2 years after that.
Oh.
But if you're hungry enough, you get over it. So I got over it. You know, what can I say?
Oh.
This is a different looking building, is what I'm talking about, Slim. But yeah, it's Whataburger.
My dog's barking. There
Oh.
must be someone at the door at this time when they're wet.
It's
You know,
amazing.
our KFC used to have buffets, but they took them all out.
I did not know that. That's very cool.
Yeah, when I was way younger, maybe like 10
see,
years
we've
old.
never had that here.
We had
Pizza
a
Hut.
buffet too.
Pizza Hut was the one place that they did the buffet
Oh,
thing,
ew.
like
See what used to kill me?
desserts and things. And
Dick
I-
Bones.
I got to where I hated KFC because Mom and Dad loved KFC when we were growing up. But what would kill me, and I guess what's turned me against KFC, is every time we would go on vacation from Maryland to Virginia, it was an 8-hour trip. Mama would always stop at Dunkin' Donuts to get a bunch of donuts to take on the trip. And then she'd get a big old barrel of chicken. And I had to smell those donuts and chicken for 8 hours.
yeah, that'd put you off after a while, I imagine, sis.
And see, we had a van that was customized. It had a refrigerator, a sink, all that stuff in it. And then it had a big picture window on the side. And I would lay there and just stare at the window the whole 8 hours. But that chicken, you could, no.
Try working there for 8 hours and smelling like it every day. Even when you showered, you'd be like, I still smell like fried chicken.
My son used to work at Bojangles Chicken.
It was something else. I understand that smell though. Great. Now that means I have to, after this is done, I have to go get my car because you can't really walk to anything here. I mean, I know the McDonald's is 2 blocks away, but I'm not walking. Please. That's like too long. Utah blocks are like 4 times the size of a normal block. So I use that term loosely.
Yeah, Amy and him have a Chinese place there. She showed it to me when we went by one day. It's called
What?
I just
That's
read
what it's
it.
called.
No, it's not. Is it?
Yes, it's seriously, there. That is there. She showed it to me.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Real
See, and we
cool.
have Chinese. Sorry, I forgot one of my favorites. We do have Chinese takeaways here.
Here
You
you
guys
don't
love
dare.
Chinese. Yeah.
You don't dare go to
Love
Chinese here. If you want to die, okay, go.
What?
You have Chinese here,
Wow,
forget
okay.
about it.
I
Well, mind
believe
you,
Chinese part Chinese because he loves Chinese food.
So Chinese isn't actually like real Chinese, as we know. Like they don't actually make a lot of these dishes in China. I don't know why they're called Chinese, but it was when they came to Australia, they did like a to our palate version, I suppose, which is what they've done around all the different
The
countries.
Americanized kind of version of Chinese. that they threw everywhere.
Honey
When
chicken,
what's that?
yum. Honey chicken, lemon chicken,
Oh,
sweet and sour.
yeah.
You know, you got your beef and black bean. My favorite is chicken cashew.
I think Chinese is probably one of my favorite. When I was in a band, we toured around China once when I was 21, and that's all they eat is like Chinese food. And I was like, "You guys eat Chinese food for breakfast?" I'm like, "I'm never leaving this place." Every meal of the day it had rice. I was like, "This is heaven."
Cameron loves coconut chicken.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, Dominic, you're right on that.
And a good vegetable omelette.
If you're not in
Yeah.
Chinatown in Montreal, well, don't eat at a Chinese restaurant. Nowhere in Quebec.
Okay, I will not eat there in Quebec.
Okay.
I promise.
Now, see, if I ever get there, thank you, because I may go. Oh, well,
Don't,
You
no,
can eat
no,
that
don't
everywhere
even
you go.
think about it. Don't even
I will
think
be eating
about it.
poutine.
Poutine?
Poutine?
Yeah,
I will
well,
be in that because
we
we
put,
cheese. I mean, we're chips and gravy fans here, so it's
Uh,
not far off.
well, now we put maple syrup in our poutine.
I would allow it. I'll try it. I don't
Okay.
care. I love it. Every time I've had that in Canada, I've just been obsessed. My favorite. We do not have that here, but we have cheese curds. Utah's big with. We have lots of cows and lots of cheese curds that are
So that's
so
what
good.
you need for a poutine.
Yeah.
No,
So we can give you the cheese curds. I just need the fries and the gravy.
Good night, Melissa.
Yeah.
Oh, good night, Melissa.
Good night,
Love you,
Melissa.
bunches.
Yeah. So all you need is a brown gravy with your fries, and you put the cheese curds.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's what we call gravy here. It's the brown gravy. It's not a white or any
Yeah,
other
well,
colour
here
gravy.
you can choose from barbecue sauce, brown gravy,
Oh no.
spaghetti sauce. I can't do that one.
Yeah, no.
I want the original if I want it.
The
I was just
original
gonna
would be the brown sauce.
Well, there's a place here that it was called Best Little Pizza in Town, and we would go there all the time because it was all you could eat pizza, salad, and hot wings or
Oh,
teriyaki wings. Well, me and Slim went to go in there the other day because we was gonna get us some hot wings. We walked there, they've remodeled the whole thing, and we went in there and she looked at us and she says, "We don't have hot wings, it's chicken Alfredo." We turned around, went right back to the door.
no thanks. I'm out.
I didn't want to. I'm not gonna pay that price for chicken Alfredo because it's like $15 a person, but it's all you can eat.
You guys have
I make
seasoned
chicken Alfredo at home, man.
We
Like
used to have it.
Oh.
chicken Alfredo, that's just so easy to make.
I do. I'm just not big on chicken Alfredo.
I don't love
Yeah.
it either. It's not my
We
I'm
even
not huge
have
I love a little bit every now and then.
we even
Oh,
have a poutine festival.
Okay, well I'll be there. Tell me the time. That sounds great. I'm
It
already
just
planning my
finished.
trip.
It just finished. But
I will do a
they
whole
have
video on that.
competitions on who makes the best poutine. And there's 2 towns here that argue that the poutine was invented in their town, and they're really big on it. And the 2 mayors of each town, so they played a hockey game, and the loser would have to eat the other town's poutine in the dress with high heels on.
That's the most Canadian thing I've ever heard someone just say out of their mouth. You're like, we had to settle it with a hockey game,
Yep.
and then they had to wear that with a dress on. I
Yep.
love it.
Yeah, I don't like salt and vinegar chips and stuff like that. But when I worked at Food Line, we made hot wings and stuff. And one of their things was salt and vinegar. And that is my favorite hot wing is salt and vinegar hot wings.
See that?
Meat pie chips and mushy peas, Gaza.
Oh, I would try that. I would try both of those.
That's our English version of the Aussie version of the English floater, pie floater. Yeah. We're sort of, we got that as a
I want
heritage.
some
So
hot
we
wings
sort of,
now, dadgummit.
Yeah, what is up with all this food talk? Now I'm trying to be on a diet right now. This is not
Hold
working.
on, I'll go get me a poutine.
I'm just thinking, actually,
even
I've
have-
seen
But it's
a
not
couple of
good.
places now do the loaded fries here, so I'm tempted to try them because it's
Loaded
more
fries are good.
like your poutine.
We even have
Sorry.
poutine at McDonald's.
What is poutine?
Oh yeah.
What is poutine?
It's fries with cheese curds and brown sauce.
Gravy. It sounds
Gravy.
weird, but it's really
I've
not.
had that before. I didn't know it was called that.
We're all making each other hungry here.
I just had fries and gravy.
I
Yeah.
do know that. Yeah.
Gravy, man.
That's fry and gravy.
A lot of people put vinegar on their French fries too.
I do that on my
Oh.
onion rings, not on my fries.
Yon chips, salt and vinegar, man. Always from
Yeah.
the chippy shop, like fish and chip
See,
shop. Gotta
yeah.
have your salt and
In
vinegar.
Maryland, we go to Chesapeake Bay, and like a lot of
Oh,
the restaurants have
No,
corn pop
Slim.
fries.
get you some crab. Yes, that
I want
sounds
to go there.
amazing.
I'm from Chesapeake Bay.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
it looks
I
so
just watched the
beautiful.
thing about it like 2 days ago, and they were eating crab at one of the big famous restaurants there, and I was like, this makes me so mad right now.
Yeah, I told my son and Michael and them, a girl I went to school with, she married a guy, he owns 2 crab houses. And she's like, girl, come down here and get you a bushel of crabs.
What?
Yeah.
I don't eat crabs.
I'll take them. I'll take them. Just let me
That's
have
what my son, and he said, don't you tell her no, you bring them home.
Although I tried a soft shell crab once on the when I first started the channel, and I started screaming because it was like the whole crab was deep fried, and you had to, like, it was not a good look for me because I was like, what am I chewing on right now? This is not right.
Well,
This
a lot
is
of
not
people
right.
make the soft crab, they'll make it into a sandwich.
Oh hell no, nope. No, because the eyes are in there and it's inside. It's just like no, not today, Satan. I just
But
want.
my
the
family
crab.
would always get together and they would steam a bunch of crabs. I didn't even think they'd be hot dogs on the grill or something because I wouldn't eat them. And Cameron, he does the big thing where he has the sausage and the
Oh, that sounds good.
cob and crab and shrimp and all that stuff. That's what Kylie wants for her birthday from her uncle. She
That
wants
is
to,
that's a really big thing out here in Utah. They started opening a lot of crab boil restaurants like that where they just do different seasonings. You pick the seasoning and then they bring it out in the bag.
Old Bay
It's so
season is the
expensive.
biggest
Yeah.
season in Maryland.
Oh yes. Old Bay's my favorite go-to.
Well, see, they have they have crab potato chips here.
I would try that.
It's made with the Obey seeds. They sell them out here in North Carolina too.
Well, I'm gonna add that to my list of chips I need to eat.
Utz potato chips sells them.
Sorry, Gary, what do you mean dark brown crab? Curry shouldn't be fucking brown, man. Like, I mean, red, yellow, golden, like green, all sorts of colors, but dark brown?
Is
That's
it-
not curry. That's something else you're eating, sir.
Yeah, no, they're not making the curry right, man.
Yeah, maybe it's overdue in the date.
I've never ate curry.
It's expired.
What? You're missing
Oh,
out.
curry is yum.
No,
Yeah,
that
good
was good.
mild curry.
What is it?
Yeah, yum.
What is it?
Well, curry is a spice. It's warm. It's heat, and you can make them beef, lamb, chicken, all sorts, vegetable.
It's
I don't like it.
inflammatory.
See, a lot of people think curry is just the flavor of something is curry flavored. Curry can be any kind of. There's so many types of curry.
Sweet,
So
spicy,
yeah.
not
Spicy.
spicy, mild,
Mm.
yeah, all sorts. But oh,
Oh.
really? Oh, yeah, no, that's nasty, Gary. Don't do that one. Don't avoid the dark brown ones, Gary.
Oh, Amy says she's gotta go.
Oh,
Well, we love you.
Good night, Amy.
Yeah, I have to go
Love you,
too.
Frankie.
I guess, yeah. I
Yeah.
guess this live's been on
Gonna
for a
say
while,
we
but it's
probably
been fun.
should.
I have a bag of chips all dressed waiting for me.
So yeah, I gotta say my hubby's about to
Well,
go back to work. He's been here that long for lunch, and I really should go spend a couple of minutes with him.
So in
I guess I
case
would
you
add
don't
cookie
know,
steak.
in case you don't know what all dressed chips are, that
I
means
do.
you have ketchup, vinegar, barbecue, regular, all the chips flavors that exist. It's all on one chip, like all in one powder. And
Oh,
It's
okay.
got a lot of kick to it. It's like, well, the ones I've had, I love it. I'm
Mm.
into it. So you
and
enjoy
ketchup
that.
chips are
I do love ketchup.
love.
Yes.
They used to have ketchup chips here, but you can't find them no more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've got them as well now. Yeah, we've got sauce chips as well. Again,
Oh yeah. We
They were
have
in the farm,
poutine
they went back out.
poutine chips. It tastes like a poutine.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I
We've
love
got all
that.
sorts here now, like lamb roast flavor, Subway meatball sub flavor.
So-
Like, just, they've lost their mind.
Sounds like it.
Dill pickle. Oh yes.
Great. Now I got to go raid my pantry. Thanks a
I was
lot.
gonna say, yeah, I'm dang hungry too, man. So,
I love you all.
Love you
Love you
guys.
all.
Good night. I love you. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Love y'all.
I'm gonna go eat.